They talked about that. Oh, hold on. Ignore the GTA sounds. Ignore the GTA sounds. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kate. Welcome back to the Misfortune Podcast. Today I'm joined by a longtime viewer, longtime fan of the podcast, Julius.
Finally got on.
Yeah, he had to come down to the
I had to,
masses.
I had to do a couple favors to get on here, but
Right. Are we higher up or are we lower than the average?
Dude, we run a podcast. We are higher than
Yes,
the
of
average
course.
individual.
We are above everyone because of the Misfortune Podcast.
If everyone just ran a podcast, the world on average would be better.
Would it?
Net positive.
Net positive podcast. Would there be like podcast wars, you think? Info wars?
There already is, dude.
Oh yeah, NFR.
No fucking reason.
Is that what their name is?
I don't.
What
It's
does NFR
I
stand
don't
for?
know what it stands for. But we're at
Nothing.
war.
Yeah, we are at war.
We're at war with terrorism, racism,
Drugs.
NFR.
NFR. Yes.
Although I got some other fucking bastards the other day. Hive Mind, bro, their
the
takes
fuck
are
is that?
straight ass.
Hive
bro.
Mind?
Hive Mind is
Yeah,
correct,
I
bro.
was about to say.
They got the
Hive
takes
Mind's
of the
right.
masses.
Takes
All
of the
this-
masses?
Sometimes
Holy
they,
shit.
sometimes they don't, but still, they're all cringe. They run like rap artist brackets, and they're all terrible. They're
That's
all
what
just.
we do. We literally do
Hey,
that.
we ain't run a bracket yet.
Or we do
We
it
ain't
in
run a
person.
bracket.
We don't run the brackets on the pod.
We're in the field.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Speaking of on the field,
What is speaking of on the field?
you were saying how you were going to talk about how you were on the field.
Well, yeah, about Jaw.
Okay. Way to spoil the
Go fuck
topic.
yourself. I just got baited. Welcome back to the podcast.
LLJ.
We're talking about
We're-
Jaw.
We're is that the title? Talking about Jaw.
Talking about Jaw, yes. Yeah, welcome back to the podcast.
This discography discourse is back once again.
Is this what our podcast is going to turn into?
I
You
don't.
think?
This is just like the arc right now.
It's the
I
arc.
think.
Will we be back on anime?
Come fall, we will be back.
Will we?
Stay tuned.
What a rock.
Well, maybe not you, but I will be.
Oh, I will be. I mean,
You'll be on some random shit though.
I will not be on some random shit. I'll be watching. No, we're gonna turn into seasonal anime. Watch.
Oh damn. Well, I mean, like, what classics do we really have to watch though? Like, if we're being honest.
What do you mean classics?
You know, we ran through quite a few classics on our pod. You know.
Yeah, that is
I don't know.
true.
Look, I'll tell you this much, people. I myself have been on the discography discourse grind. Okay, I have
Oh, I forgot you listen to more than one person.
since the last episode. I have done 4 artists,
What? Is that including X?
not including X.
What the fuck is wrong
So
with you? You're a monster, dude.
Music is my new medium,
That's
ladies and gentlemen.
ridiculous.
Okay. So after X, I did Tyler the Creator. All right.
Yep, you told me 2 T's. I knew that was one
Yes.
of them.
And Travis Scott.
Oh, I should have known.
And
Why
then
didn't you
after-
fucking tell me.
After that, I did. Wait a minute. Who's the third person I'm thinking of? I don't know. Then I did Playboy Cardi,
Oh, I'm not doing it. I'll tell
which
you
is
that
easy. Which is easy because it's like 3 albums. But I feel like if we ever did an episode on him, it would just be like you going like, "This shit's fucking ass," and I'm like, "No, but you got to understand. You got to give it the
much. You need to
vibes, you
listen.
know."
You need to listen. Yeah,
And I
exactly.
can't. I did one other person, but I can't remember who. Point is, I've been on the ground, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds
But
like it. Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous.
I think I might take a quick break though. You know,
Quick.
for my mental health.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm okay. I will say this. Travis Scott, out of the three, did have the best discography, in my opinion.
Really?
Travis had the best lineup.
That's kind of crazy.
Because Tyler, let me just say this. I was a little bit disappointed in my boy Tyler. All right.
I mean,
Wait, would you ever consider doing Tyler?
here's the thing. I feel like I would only like, because from what I've listened to, I didn't really like Cherry Bomb. I didn't really like,
Hmm.
what's the one? Fucking Goblin? Goblin was
Goblin, his
demon
very
time
first
music.
album.
Um, I I think Igor's fucking awesome. Um, I haven't listened to a lot of Flower Boy, but like I do have a few songs from it on my
Yeah.
playlist that I like really like that I think are like probably better than Igor,
It
honestly.
is really hard to get through the worst of his albums.
Yeah. And then I
And
what's his most recent one? Call Me If You Get Lost. I did not
Call Me
like
If You
Call
Get
Me If You Get
Lost.
Lost. I thought it was terrible.
Let's just say I had high expectations for that one, and I was sorely disappointed.
As were many, apparently. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Most
I see
people
a
I
lot of
know.
people meet writing that album.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
fuck them. They're wrong.
We run in different circles, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, time for the actual artist. XXX Tentacion. Excuse
Tentacion.
me. Triple Triple X XX
XXX
extension.
extension. Yes, exactly. Um,
Who
yeah,
I'm who
it,
might may I say is probably the biggest SoundCloud rapper.
the big, yeah, yeah. I mean, he
If
kind
you
of,
look at
he's
the top 100 most streamed songs of all time, he has like 4 on there that are like
on
a
SoundCloud.
billion streams plus. No, on Spotify.
That's what, yeah. Well, I mean, he's kind of him and Juice World were kind of attributed
Juice
to
World too. Actually, yeah.
starting the SoundCloud rap phase, and actually, their deaths were what many say ended it.
I'd
Um,
say the big 3 overall. I mean, I think Playboy Cardi's probably the biggest one right now, but like the
Probably.
big 3 are definitely X, Juice World, and Lil Uzi, because Lil Uzi has
Oh
EXO
yeah,
Tour Life, I think. But
yeah.
X is like he's got like 5 songs in the top 100
Well,
stream songs of all
you know
time, bro.
what?
I was like, holy shit.
When I was, I watched the documentary for those listening, but yeah, when I was
Yes.
watching the documentary, question mark, however you pronounce it, I don't know if it's just question mark or question mark album, is according
I
to the
think it's
documentary. Well, what? No, what were you gonna say?
I think it's pronounced question mark.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think it's question mark.
Which is so annoying because every time I try to search it up on Google, it's like it defaults to I don't know, it defaults to a different thing, and I can't find the fucking album, so I have to
Right.
look up XXXTentacion album.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you, X.
Um, but that album is the most streamed album on Spotify of all time.
Wait, the most streamed album?
Yes, of
Damn.
all
It kind
time.
of makes sense though. I saw top 100 stream songs of all time, Sad and Moonlight. And
Yes,
there's a
sad.
few other songs on there that definitely got a shit ton of streams, whereas like 17 also has 2 songs in the top 100, but like I don't think the other songs are getting streamed as much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jocelyn Flores, I think, is his biggest or one of his
Jocelyn
biggest.
Flores
That's the song that like I remember like because
propelled him.
"Look at Me" is what got him popular. Like that's what
Yeah,
got me into him back in like 2017 or whenever it is.
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. But it was Jocelyn Flores that like it like cemented that. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this dude's here to stay for a little bit.
Not because not even Look at Me's in the top 100 like most streamed songs.
Well, no, Look at Me. It's funny, yeah, because I was looking at that. Look at Me isn't in the or yeah, it isn't in the top stream songs, but I think it was Look at Me is one of only 64 certified platinum singles like ever.
Jesus.
And like
He's definitely the biggest then. I would
yeah, yeah.
like you
Like
can't challenge that at that point.
it's it's crazy cuz he had like a cult following like in like mid to late 2017 to I mean right around when he died
Yeah.
He amassed like the biggest following in such a short amount of time. Like it was, I remember like back then,
And then he
like
just passed like that, and I was like, damn,
yes,
like
which
that's fucking.
speaking on that, you were talking about how I was talking about how I was in the field. Ignore the window sound that just came up, everybody. You were talking about how I was in the field. Um, Whenever he got shot, I was 10 minutes away from there.
He was literally in the field,
I
ladies and
was
gentlemen.
in the field. And I remember because at that
That's
time I
crazy,
was like,
actually.
yeah, because I was just on vacation in Florida in June. And yeah, I remember seeing it. And then I looked like where it was at. I think it's called like Deer Lake or something like that. And I was like, holy shit, that's literally like 10 minutes away from where I'm
That's
staying.
fucking insane.
And I remember trying to get my parents to take me there. And they're like, no, you're not going there. Like his dead body was still in the car. And they're
Yeah,
like, no, you're not going there. Which, obviously a lot of people ended up seeing it. But
yeah, all over.
yeah, so
I remember seeing that for the first time, and I remember people theorizing about it, dude. Like that seems to be a running theme with a lot of these
SNS
like
Triple X, dude.
shooting shooting like rapper shooting deaths is like people always try to make like theories about
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
That some people thought he was alive, still
Yep.
alive
I
somehow.
remember that. Yep. He went to
Um,
Argentina or Cuba.
I'm upset. Drake dropped the bar about
SNS
shooting below
Triple
the
X.
neck,
That's the only time I ever shoot below the neck.
which may be Drake's first confirmed hit or just a really poorly aged lyric.
Dude, Drake is confirmed a lot. Crept on the block, made it right. Jesus. Okay,
Well,
so I get pulled
that was a
through.
little more personal.
Yes, dude. So we
Well,
confirmed
there'd
that
be
he fucked Kim K. He killed X. What's next?
well, there is a history between Drake and X. It was a very short one,
Yep,
but
where he copied
he
the
copied
flow.
the "Look at Me" flow on
Yep.
KMT,
Yep.
and X was literally like, "What the fuck?"
Yes. They talked about that. Oh, hold on. Ignore the GTA sounds. Ignore the GTA sounds. All right, we're back. Yes, dude. It just put the fucking what is it? The glass breaking before I had the chance to mute it.
Why does that sound kind of comforting? Like just that entire intro. It's
It
so
kind of is.
nostalgic.
It honestly kind of is.
So we're doing the X discography.
Yes. Yeah, we should
Um,
probably say that. Um,
we're starting from Revenge, which was chronologically the first thing put out amongst the things we selected.
yeah.
Oh, and just to clarify, we're covering Revenge, Members Only Volume 3. What comes after that? Is that the 17 after
Hold on. Let me
that?
look at. Okay, so
Pull it up.
whoa, hold on now.
Jamie,
Hold on
Jamie,
now.
Jamie.
I need to look on so first one is members only, volume 3.
I thought Revenge came out before that.
I looked up the timeline.
Oh, he's got the timeline, ladies and
Which
gentlemen.
he released so much more music than we know.
Oh, no, you're right though, because Members Only Volume 3. I think it was it was released like on SoundCloud before, so that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so we have members only, volume 3. Then Revenge.
Okay.
17
17.
question mark skins, members only, volume 4, and bad vibes.
Bad
Forever.
Vibes Forever. And Look at Me, the album. No, I'm just
Is that a thing?
I'm not listening to that hour and a half long album, ladies and gentlemen. I did listen to the songs I hadn't heard on it though, and some of them were good and some of them were not. That's all I'll say.
Oh, on Look at Me.
Yeah.
I listened to it, but I forgot to write anything down. So I'm kind of glad
Wow.
that you also didn't.
All right.
Oh, did you?
No. I didn't. But
Okay, yeah.
all right. I guess we can get shit popping then. You know, we got the introduction
Yeah.
out of the way. Let's start with Members Only Volume 3.
So this is confirmed demon time music, ladies and gentlemen. I'm classifying XXXTentacion as a
Demon time level threat.
a demon class servant is what he is. No, he's a berserker. If anything,
We got all
Um,
types of servants on here.
we do. Oh, I need to tell you about. I was in the fucking shower the other day, and I had a thought of crossing over Fast and Furious with Fate Stay Night, and I was assigning servants or servant classes to all the characters. And I was like, all right, Tyrese would be Archer because of his skills with a gun. Right?
I thought you were about to say because his skin color, and I was about
Nope,
to just.
I would. He would be
These
Archer
are
because he's
these are
black.
Caden's thoughts, ladies and gentlemen.
The shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts.
No, you'd be Archer. Paul Walker would be Ryder.
Fate X Furious, dude. Forget about it.
Yes. Don't even worry about it.
Don't
All right.
even worry about it.
Anyways,
Members Only
Members
Volume
Only
3. I
Volume
want to hear
3.
your Demon Time music. That's for
Um,
certain.
I I wasn't expecting it. I guess.
Was it a harsh like
It was a
fucking
wake up call.
it was yeah, a rude
Both,
awakening.
yeah, I mean, literally as well. I remember listening to this and I'd fucking bolt up. You know.
Wait, what time did you listen to this at?
Probably. I mean, it probably wasn't that late.
Oh,
Probably like 11 or midnight.
bro, I listened to this
Honestly.
when I woke up.
Did you actually? I'd fucking kill
Yes.
myself. The latest I ever listened to one was it was either Members Only Volume 4 or
Right.
Bad Vibes Forever, and I listened to it at like 1 in the morning.
Jesus. And those are
It
like
was members
hour-long albums.
it was members only. Yeah, because I remember it was members only because I was listening to it or Members Only Volume 4 and I was like, oh please. A Members Only Volume 3.
Yeah.
So I will say this. When it's bad, it's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Um,
The lows are really low on this one.
and the good is like, alright, okay, yeah. You
Okay.
know, in my opinion.
I think there were actually some hidden gems on here that I hadn't known about before.
Okay.
But also, okay, let's get this out of the way. This album sounds like fucking shit. And
It does.
I know it's a SoundCloud album, but it's just like the production is just like it's horrible.
I mean, so the whole thing about how like Ski Mask and all the members after X's death were talking about it, or maybe before, but they were talking about how the whole point of what they did is they even this is an insult to you. I was kind of hoping you would watch the documentary so I could talk about this. Ski Mask was talking about he was like, we bought the shittiest mic. It was a blue snowball. Which Julie uses a
No,
blue snowball.
you know what? I respect it. I
He was
respect it.
like- he was like,
I respect representation in the hip hop
know.
sphere.
he was like, we bought the shittiest mic. It was a blue snowball. It was like $20 at Walmart. And he was like, but the
So
good thing about it is we could just set it up wherever and record. And
yeah,
that was the whole point.
Guerrilla
Yes.
freaking recording.
Guerrilla recording, Guerrilla Studio. Yes, exactly. And so, yeah, but he was talking about how that was kind of like it was intentionally done.
Yeah. Okay.
And
No,
I was like, okay, that's interesting.
I definitely got that. But even if I thought it was unintentional, I think what kind of makes up for it is just sort of the energy that everyone brings. And this
Yeah.
definitely feels like a bunch of guys just coming together and just like vibing and making some hard ass music.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. No, exactly.
And sometimes it hits, sometimes it don't. I think the second half of this album in particular I think it was better.
I hold on, let me look at it. I would say the middle part of the album, in my opinion, was better.
Okay. I remember the middle part was a lot of like maybe a little more,
or no, the end was a lot of features.
the end was a lot of features. The first half prominent, like X and Ski were much more
Yeah.
prominently featured in the first half, I feel like, which you
Yeah.
know, I mean, I don't blame them. They're like
Yeah,
the
right,
stars basically.
exactly. They're the founding members. Yeah.
Were there any other members? You don't. I mean, I don't. You don't probably fucking remember any of their names, but like
Oh, I do.
was there anybody or like any feature where you're like, all right, this is kind of hard?
Let me.
Because there were a
hold
few
on,
that
hold
I
on.
liked in particular.
Let me cross-reference. There was some guy on one song that I'll talk about in my top 3. It's my
Okay,
number.
cool.
It's my number 1, but I don't. Yeah, I'll get to that.
Okay.
And then I remember, Ken Soul was
Ken Soul's
decent.
my favorite. I think
Yeah.
I love Kinsel.
Ken Soul and Bass Santana wasn't bad.
I can't remember who Bass Santana
If I remember
was.
correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all kind of blend together, honestly.
Okay, here's the thing though. X and Ski on this album, I don't love them because some of the deliveries they choose are just like so weird to me.
Here's the thing that I love about them is they don't always make good music, which is actually funny. In most songs that Ski Mask is on, I think he's better.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure.
But the thing about them is you can tell they're having fun.
No,
And
absolutely. There's
they always just fuck around and there's God, what song is it? It was one of the ones in Revenge, which we'll get to here in a little bit.
yeah.
But
I know which one you're talking about.
it's the funniest thing where he's like Ski Mask talking about he's like, I'm about to sip this motherfucking water. And then he takes a drink in the background, X in the distant background, he's like, that's not water. And like you can tell they're just having fun like the entire time.
They have a sense of humor, which is probably what I respect
They
the
were
most
really
about
funny. Yeah.
these albums.
Yeah.
Well, some of these albums actually.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Um,
Let's get in our top three.
top three. All right. You want to
Let's
start?
go. Sure. Hold on. Let me. Oh wait.
Right.
Where does this rank for you? By the way, we never said.
So out of seven, the seven that we're ranking,
Right.
right? This is number 6.
That's funny because this is my number 2.
What?
I
There's
think some of the
way.
highlights here I enjoyed so much that I was like, I kind of ignored the lows a little bit.
That's ridiculous. That's
Maybe
insane to me.
Maybe a re-listen would enlighten me a little more on where it should rank. But
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I did re-listen to 2 of these. I re-listened to 17 and question mark, which I thought were the most important ones
I
to
re-listened.
maybe.
Well, I re-listened to Revenge and 17 and like half of Bad Vibes Forever.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So and I've listened to question mark a million times. In
But,
fact,
hey.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that here in a little bit. I'll get to it here in a little bit.
All right. So my number 3 is "What's Up, Bro" by Craig Zen.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Oh, yep,
What's up,
yes,
bro?
I do. Yes, I
That
do.
shit,
Dude, that song.
Craig Zen. I don't know.
He brings an energy to the table.
He brings the end. I love his
He
voice
does.
and just like I don't mind the repetition. I actually don't like that there's a verse. I wish it was just 2 minutes of him saying that the entire time because just the energy he brings is so it's so infectious. You know,
Yeah,
it's yeah. All right. What's
Okay.
your number 3?
My number 3 is One XXXTentacion.
I fucking hate that song.
I know you would, but this is okay. Because I was never really deep into this song, but I found out about the song when I was still, like right when I had found out about X and I was still listening to him on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Which I don't even remember if at the time he was on Spotify. Like
I don't even know, honestly.
Or late 2017, I really don't know if he was. But and I was never as big a fan of, but you know how he has a few songs on every album where it's just the deepest bass, especially in his early albums. I don't know what it is about that. It's probably a lot of nostalgia, but I fucking love that.
Yes.
All of those songs, I love them. So
there's one song on here, I think it's called Static Shock, where the second half is literally just the deepest fucking bass you've ever heard in your goddamn life.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but it's a nice effect.
It's ridiculous, and I can only imagine what it was like listening to that at his concerts, because he had concerts, but like small ass like concerts.
You want to talk about Demon Time?
Yes, that's probably Demon Time. Okay, I do want to say this song made me realize some of the things that they say in these songs are fucking horrible.
Yeah, dude.
Like, they say some really fucking.
Let's not forget that they are like super edgy. Like that's a big component of who they are as artists.
Yeah, right. But I was just not expecting this. They are talking about like every possible horrible subject. Like half of these songs will be talking about. I don't even want to say, but yeah,
dude. They literally have a song called "Butthole Girl" on here. Like, bro, they're not afraid. Okay,
no, they're not. They endorse it. In fact.
Like, and that was another weird thing. Like, looking at the top 100 stream songs, it's so weird to see like Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber, and then fucking XXXTentacion is up there.
It's so fucking crazy to me.
All right, my number 2 is it's Members Only Shit. Okay, this is the one where the guy starts like screaming, and I was like, first time I heard this, I was like, you know what? I don't know how to feel about this,
Hold on. I'm gonna pause
but
the
just
recording real quick to listen.
okay.
All right, are we back? Yep, I know. Yep, I know which one you're talking about.
I like this one because, like I said, Kinsel opens it, and I generally like his
He has
delivery
good
on a lot
flow.
of these.
Yeah.
He has good flow, yeah. And I weirdly like the guy who starts screaming, and I'm just like,
Yep.
it's no surprise that X like would go on to put out, or I mean, he already did at this point, put out like heavy metal songs. It's like his
A
second
lot of
genre.
like Travis Barker shit
A
for
lot of
whatever
Travis
reason.
Barker.
I
We'll
don't know
get
what
there.
that dude was doing, but yes. All right. Well, speaking of Kinsel, my number 2 is Supra.
Okay.
Um,
Supra is okay. Well, I think I'm gonna check
you
real
want me to
quick too.
pause? All right.
Okay, I remember this one now.
Yes.
I remember
Yeah.
this one.
So, again, it's Kinsel. He just has good flow.
It's a very boom bappy one. The beat kind of reminds me of Infinity a little bit from
That's what I was
It's
thinking.
got that Joey badass sort of sound. I think I didn't like X's voice on here, and that's why I didn't like that song.
Yeah.
But that's a fair choice, though. Any song with Kinsel is a fair choice.
X has some voices. X has debatably worse voices than Gambino and Kendrick
Oh,
combined.
absolutely, bro. The
voice...
no, where he's fucking like he sounds like a seal.
Yes,
I do
voice
not fuck with that shit
so
whatsoever.
funny to me. That's the funniest thing when I hear that. All right, number 1.
Oh, my number 1 is Curse.
No, the Elfin lead song.
Yes, dude.
Dude, I remember I was listening to that and I was like, I know exactly what this is.
How did you know? Have you listened to the Elfin Lied soundtrack?
I've listened. It's the Elfin lead opening. I mean, I've heard it before.
Is that the opening?
Yes, that's the opening song.
Oh,
it's like
okay,
fucking
well,
Persona backroom music.
First of all, bass sample. Second of all,
Yes.
Kinsel goes fucking in on this track, and I don't know who the guy at
dude.
the end is, but he goes hard too. X goes hard on this song. He's in the background going fucking Super Saiyan. He's like, "Ah!"
Yes.
And it's like, oh shit, this song's a banger.
Again.
This was a playlist ad, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Yes.
I was not thinking there'd be any playlist ads on members only.
There
Because
was.
we were texting, and I thought you were also like, yeah, this is fucking bad.
Oh, it is bad, but there are a couple of highlights here and there.
All right.
I don't think this is a good album, but it has a few okay points.
Yeah. Man, that says something about how you think about X if this is your number 2.
Spoiler alert, I don't love him, but
yeah, I know. All right. Well, my number
1, I'm so curious.
Is For Pete.
Okay,
The one where he counts the bad bitches on his dick.
That was a contender. That song's a banger.
Here's the thing about this. It only credits X and Ski Mask.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Ski Mask saying that.
I
thought there was someone else, but I think it is Ski Mask.
I have no idea. I haven't listened to that one as much, but I definitely remember first listen. I was like, "Oh shit, this goes."
I'm not a big fan of X at the end, how he comes in, but I think Ski Mask just goes crazy on this song. He has awesome flow.
You're right. Ski Mask in general, I just think definitely performed better on this album.
He doesn't try to scream shit a lot.
Yeah, I debate on who is a better rapper overall.
Dude, I'm after listening to the King's Dead freestyle. That is what I tell people to listen to when they're like, X isn't a good rapper. I'm like, listen to the King's Dead freestyle. It's not on Spotify. You're gonna have to look on SoundCloud or something. But
get on SoundCloud, bud.
Yes, well, that's his home. That's his domain.
That's where he comes from.
Yes, but yeah, that song's fucking ridiculous to me. How fast.
And Joey Badass is on it too.
Yes,
you know
he's awesome
funny.
On that.
The funny thing is, I didn't think X was like when he was alive. He was like in that sort of stratosphere around more popular rappers. Like
was Joey Badass more popular than him at the time?
No. Well, no,
I hadn't heard of him until.
I guess I mean like more established rappers. Yeah. Like I found a few videos of like X hanging out with like ASAP Rocky. There's a video of him with fucking like Young Thug at one point. I'm like, bro, he was around some pretty popular people actually.
Now that you bring that up, there is a video. Do you know about the ASAP video?
What is the ASAP video?
So another documentary find. Man, if I
Another one
see
of the
you soon,
prestige materials.
if I see you soon, we might have to watch the documentary.
We can
Yeah.
totally do that.
But there is so pretty much at the time there wasn't a whole lot of information surrounding X assaulting his girlfriend, but what had come
Right.
out is his girlfriend essentially got him arrested, and he just told everyone she was like, no, she's a fucking liar. Like she's a
Yeah.
bitch. She's lying about everything. Um, and ASAP recorded a video, and he is like, free X, free X. He didn't do anything wrong. His girlfriend's a fucking liar. And I
Oh
was like,
my
oh my
god!
god, like ASAP Rocky, like one
Is it
of the
him like
biggest.
in portrait mode, like shitty
Yep.
mic
Yes.
quality? Like
Like it looks like the Travis Scott apology video, and he's like right up against the camera.
that's
He's
what
like
I
free
thought.
X, free X, and I was like, God damn it.
I need that video,
Yes,
dude.
it's fucking
No.
awesome. I might put it at the end of the video or something.
Dude, that's the funny thing is like, I totally forgot. On a random side note, I totally forgot Gekume fucking existed,
Yes,
and I
he's
saw
still around.
I saw a picture of him, and he's like on he's on his first day of school, and I'm like,
He's
damn.
getting old. I remember when that fool was born. I was
I saw
there. I
the
was in
birth
the field.
pictures.
Dude, you know the picture? Hold on, I gotta put the picture up on screen
Wait,
now.
I think I know what you.
Now that I talk about it. Gekime. Where's the picture?
Interesting name.
Where's the fucking yeah,
Did
Gekime.
X choose that name?
Doubtful. Very doubtful. Well, because X died a
He
month
would have named his
after.
fucking son like Naruto or something.
Yes, he would. Or not. So X died a month after he got his girlfriend pregnant.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he knew about Gekume.
Oh, he did. He knew that his girlfriend was pregnant, and they like had a
Oh,
big celebration. And then like a
but
month
he didn't
after
know.
that, he got
Okay,
chopped. Yeah. So I doubt
damn
he
that.
came up with the name, unless he was like adamant from conception that his baby's name was gonna be fucking
Adamant from
Gekime.
conception.
Yes, yes. All right, all right. Moving on
Moving on.
to Revenge,
Revenge.
which I always forget this exists, but it's a lot of previously unreleased tracks. This is what I consider the SoundCloud album
Yes.
for sure to me, especially since it's a compilation.
This is the X sample album. Okay, this is
Well,
this is X's care package.
This and 17 are the sample albums. Because 17
Really, I feel like
samples a
17's
lot,
kind of
too.
his first quote unquote complete album, as complete as an X album can be.
Oh, I thought you meant sample as in like it samples a lot.
Oh no. I mean just like this
Okay,
is a
yes.
sample of X.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
If you want to let someone know what his music's like, show them Revenge, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, pretty much. All right. You want to talk about it?
I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. Like I said, it's a sample album. It's a compilation. And that means I'm more focused on whether these songs are hidden or not.
Yeah,
And
right.
a lot of them weren't hidden for me,
Oh,
frankly.
okay. All right, what's the ranking?
I have this at number 4.
Okay, out of 7.
And I don't know. And when I'm ranking it among albums, it's like kind of hard to compare because it's literally just a bunch of random songs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although some of these albums be having the same sort of
Yeah, that's true.
consistency.
Yes, that is true.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah. All right.
So did you like this album?
So I have this at number 3.
Okay.
This is where I would say it starts to get like good.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Because
And it's it's his first solo quote unquote project. We have members only where he didn't really have enough time to shine, but
Right.
now
Because
he's getting into it.
yeah, even before this one, I don't think it's not bad by any stretch. I would say it's like, yeah, solid, I suppose.
Pretty good group of songs to
Yeah,
put together.
Right. But this one is when it starts to get like, okay, I recognize the vast majority of the songs on this album.
Right.
I like.
Funny
a lot
enough,
of
the
them.
actual song "Revenge" is not on this album.
That's what I was thinking. Revenge was out by this time. What was he doing? And where was
What was
Ghetto
he
Christmas
thinking?
Carol? I want Get
Well,
Up
that
and
was
Kiss This Girl.
that was its own thing.
Oh shit, we should have listened to that. Whatever.
That was like its own LP or EP or
Compilation.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. All right,
All right, let's get top 3.
Yeah. You want to start?
Sure. My number 3 is King.
King.
I think it was a super metal song. I don't know. It's definitely like a, I don't know. This is the most tolerable of the ones that will make it to the top 3.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. It's a solid metal track. I think X has a knack for metal, and I think sometimes he can actually do okay at it. And this was sort of a good first showcase of that. So
Okay, yeah.
I like the song enough.
All right. Well, coming in at my number 3, you're gonna kill me. It's Young Brats. Another one.
Young Brat's number 4 for me. I didn't
Really? Actually, huh?
Okay, I think the song starts out really good. Like his flow, the way he comes in, the way the beat fucking drops is insane. Later on though into the song, I'm like, you're losing me.
That's fair.
I can't remember why exactly, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just again, this is one of the songs that got me into him.
Yeah.
It's the hard ass bass.
Yep.
And he raps though, like good.
He's actually doing well on here.
Some of the stuff is like some of the best rap. Yeah. I can't remember Ski Mask is on this song. He probably is.
I don't think he is.
No, he's not. He's not on this one.
Maybe he's in the crowd in the background.
Yes. Yeah. All right, number 2.
Number 2, I got I Don't Want to Do This Anymore.
Ah.
Which
That's my number 4.
I don't know. I think it's a really solid emo track from him. I kind of like you know how it starts out like I don't remember if it's a slowed version or no, it's a slowed version. I actually like the slowed version more, and I kind of wish it was the whole song, but like
yeah. I get what you mean. I like both parts of that song for sure. Like the slow version, and then there's a fucking gunshot, and then the rest of it. The only reason why that's not in my top 3 is because it's very repetitive.
That's true. That's a good point.
Thing. Other than the line, "I'll fuck you till you come."
Oh, he repeats that.
Does he? Does he repeat that?
He says it like a couple times.
Oh, well, he's getting his message out there. All right,
ladies.
Well, my number 2 is Rip Roach. And I think this song is like you take Young Brats and you make it better. I think Ski Mask goes fucking hard on this song.
No.
I think Ski Mask goes so raw on this song. Yes.
I don't have particularly strong feelings towards this song. The intro just throws me off every time.
Yes, the moaning. I could never figure that out if that was actual like moaning or not, but here's how I know it is. In the documentary, at this time, he lived at a porn recording shoot.
What?
He lived, so his manager for a little bit, it was this guy who was a porn director. And where he lived was the same place where he filmed.
Bro, how old was he at this point?
Here's what frightened me, was because he doesn't look like he could be old. And in the documentary, he said, "I've been in the industry for about 14 years.
I'm talking about X. How old was
X? 18 or 19. No, okay. Because he said that he met X when he was 17, and then there was like a disclaimer, and it was like, X did not officially move in with him until he was 18. Or something like that. So X was 17 probably when he moved into the... But by that time, he was doing some bad shit. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, so it is probably moaning in the background, because when he recorded this, he was living where they record porn.
He was just like walking down the hallway, and he was like, "Shit, this would go hard."
Yeah. All right.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Do we have the same one?
Yeah, we got the same one. How could you not?
2, 1. Look at me.
Yes.
I mean, there's a reason this song made it popular.
I'm surprised you like this one though.
Okay, so here's the thing. I listened to it on Look at Me, the album.
Oh.
And I was like, this is pretty good. I listened to it again. It's infectious, dude. I don't know. It's like
there's something about it.
like
you wouldn't expect that to blow up.
His energy is just crazy on this. Like look up the whole section was like, look at me, fuck on me. Like that's just that shit goes crazy.
It's awesome. It's like I don't know why. Like listening to his music, like it's so fucking awful to listen, or not like sounding, but like
Like
it's
in
not
a
music that
sense,
you'd show to your
sensibility
child.
wise.
Yeah, it's not music that you'd show to your child, but it puts a smile on my face to listen to it. I don't know what it is. His energy is infectious.
His rapping on here is good. The
Yeah.
beat is iconic at this point. Have you ever seen the have you ever seen the music video?
Um no, I remember the music video to Moonlight and Sad, but I don't remember this one.
So I remember watching the music video when it dropped.
I probably would know it if I saw it.
So it starts out with like him like it's what you'd expect the music video for the song to be. It's
Hold on,
like him
let
like
me look it up.
rebelling against what?
Or you go ahead and keep talking. I'll look it up
Uh,
too.
it's him like rebelling against his teacher and like the classroom's in disarray and it's like, oh, this guy's he doesn't follow the rules. But then it transitions into another song of his and it's a little more conscious and there's riots in the streets in the video and then the video ends with him on like a stage
Yep,
in
I
front of a
have.
bunch.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
remember this.
I think
Um,
this is one of his most interesting like things he's ever put out. Like when I first saw this, I was like,
holy
"What the
shit.
fuck? What is
Yeah,
this?"
right.
Like,
I mean, that's the message that I'm gonna keep on referencing the documentary throughout this, but that's the
right?
message that he always talked about, and that's like the biggest thing he wanted to portray is no matter because he went through arcs that I will go through here in a little bit, but no matter what what personality shift he was in, he always stayed true to the fact that he wanted to express himself, like no matter what. Like he wanted to just straight up deliver the deliver a message as himself, and like he didn't want to like sugarcoat it or anything, and he
He's
just
super
always
honest.
yeah, he always wanted to say what he wanted to say and do what he wanted to do regardless of the situation. And
Sometimes it's to his detriment.
yeah,
Sometimes it is not.
yeah, right. And I mean, I can, no matter what, even if that resulted in a lot of fucked up decisions that he made, I can
Yeah.
respect that. I mean,
As an
that's
artist, yeah.
not an entirely bad trait, honestly. Yeah. So,
I think I my problem with that mindset is I think he took it a little too literally
yeah,
sometimes when
he
he
did.
starts his albums with like fucking syllabus on how to listen to it. But
Yeah.
I think I don't know, it's weird. We'll get to that, but
Yeah, yeah. All right.
that's revenge.
17.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Here
This
we
is
go.
this is a big one.
Yes, I'm excited to see your thoughts on 17 and question mark.
17 is my number one.
Oh, yes, that's so based.
Wait, is that your number one?
It's my number 2.
Okay. Oh, what is his number?
Yes.
What is his number one, ladies and
Interested.
gentlemen?
Interested.
So curious.
I really wonder. Um, yeah, 7.
I think this is his most consistent album. I think
It cements.
it's got probably on average the best track list,
Okay, yeah.
maybe. I still think it has the X problem of, I mean, his life was literally cut short, so he didn't have time to develop as an artist.
Right. Yep.
But I think these albums sort of like all the songs, they just feel like they're missing like one more. They don't feel like complete songs.
Yeah, I
And I
would
don't know
agree
if
with that.
that's from, coming up in the SoundCloud scene where you kind of just fuck around and make a song
I
and,
mean,
it ends where it ends.
a lot of
But
it I'd attribute to the fact that all of his songs are like 2 minutes long, up to at
yeah,
this point. Which I sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, you said what you wanted to say with that song, but a lot
yeah,
of other times I was like, there's so much more that can be done. Not that
exactly.
it was bad that he didn't do it, but I think it would add that little extra push that he needed if he
Yep.
were to have added it. Um,
Like, Look at
and
Me doesn't need to be like 4 minutes long. I think that song's pretty
yeah,
good where it is in terms of its runtime, in terms of like everything it has to offer. But like,
there is one song that I will say I think it delivers on all bases and it says what it
okay,
needs to say and then it just ends. So,
okay.
all
But
right.
I think this is the best album. It's still not amazing, but I like it a lot more than the other
Yeah,
ones.
fair. No, fair. God, you're gonna fucking put his explanation track as your number 1 or something. All
That
right.
would be great. I would have done that.
Every number
But
one on every album is an explanation.
or
All
at
right.
least numb. Bro, I love how he's fucking like he has no pop filters. I was like, numb your
Yes.
depression.
Yes. He's like, an explanation. This is what I got in my mind. Yeah.
These are my raw. This is my pure thoughts and
Yes.
emotions.
He's like fucking blowing up his mic. Every syllable is fucking peaking.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
All right. All right. All right. Well, thoughts?
No, no, no,
Or
no, 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 no,
I
no,
guess top five at this
no.
point.
Number
Or
three,
top three.
I have Revenge.
As do I.
I think this
Originally
sig.
entitled Garrett's Revenge. And still on Spotify, who or SoundCloud. Who is Garrett? We'll never fucking know.
Garrett from Sonic.
Yes. Wait.
I think this song, it's like a the 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 instrumental and the vocals just like mix perfectly here,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I like both of them a lot. But again, I think like I don't know. There's a few elements. I don't. It doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't feel quite complete. It's like he has his like opening sort of. I guess it's the chorus, and then he's just like repeats himself for like 45 seconds, and then the song kind of ends. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe some songwriting would have been cool. Like I don't know, some
Yeah.
extra lyrics or something. But
Yeah.
it's still a good song though. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I was gonna say. I think it's good. It just sounds good, and there's some sort of vibe about it that I can't really
Absolutely.
explain. But I will say, I think when X sings, like I'm gonna say like 90% of the time, it is not good. It is bad when he tries to
A
sing.
lot of hits and misses, but
But like about 10% of the time, it hits. And this is one of those songs where it just like he hits it perfectly and it matches. I think the music plays a big part of that too.
no, absolutely.
Um, but yeah,
I think, and he's not doing a lot on the track vocally, so it's like this is a
yeah,
perfect spot for him.
it's not a ton of range.
What do you got? What do you got in number two?
All right, coming in at number two, Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares.
All right, all right.
This song was this is one of his first, in my opinion, rap songs. I
That's true,
think
actually.
because there wasn't a ton of what I would classify as rap on Members Only or even
It was heavy
Revenge.
metal with 808s,
Yeah,
is what
like
I'd categorize it as.
I wouldn't say that Look at Me is really rap. Um,
Mm,
I mean, kind of, but
yeah,
like this was able to like he was able to show his skill in this song.
his
I
flow is
think
good.
his
I enjoy
flow,
his
yeah.
flow.
And I don't know. I think this is what kind of because a lot of people say he's not a rapper. He can rap, but he's not a rapper, and I would agree with that for sure. But I think this kind of solidifies the fact that he can rap. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I enjoy his flow on here, but more than anything, the reason I didn't fuck with this track as much is I think this is a weak Shiloh Dynasty sample. To be honest, I don't like this one.
There's no such thing as a weak Shiloh Dynasty sample. I listened to Shiloh Dynasty for a long time after this. No such thing, my friend.
No such
Anyways,
thing.
what's your number two?
My number two is Jocelyn Flores.
Ah, yes, of course.
Um, I don't know. It's the first song, and something about X's music is especially no 17 and question mark is like I could not help but think of the fact that he's gone like the entire time listening to it like from
Yeah,
this opening track. I think it's my favorite utilization of Shiloh Dynasty on a track, and I mean it's iconic. I think X's verse is thoughtful on here, and while again it's like a thing where maybe a couple of things could have been added, I think it's actually kind of nice how short it is. It almost serves as like a intro track, other than the introduction, of course. But
yeah.
I really like this song.
Okay. Well, my
What
number
do you
one
have at number one?
is Jocelyn Flores.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
this was the song that I was talking about. How I think it is the perfect length and it delivers the message that it needs to deliver, and then he's
Yep.
out real quick.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why
I
I played
like,
so well.
yeah. Well, how you were talking about the integration of Shiloh Dynasty, or I would argue the integration of X into Shiloh, um,
That's true, actually. It's very
because
much a Shiloh song.
he honestly, yeah, I mean, like he sings the original lyrics like along with Shiloh Dynasty, and I think that's super
It's a
interesting.
remix essentially.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that, and I love the fact that he can put his kind of own image into this song, and I think a lot of people, I mean, a, most people who are fans of X know kind of the story, the general outline of the story of what happened with him and Jocelyn Flores. Um, but I guess knowing that and still listening to the song is like it's very powerful. Um, and just how he applies it. Although I kind of wish with the situation that serious, he would have done a little bit more than make a song about it. But um,
It's hey,
yeah,
like you said, it's how he expresses himself, and
yeah,
it's
yeah, for sure.
it's where he pours out his raw emotions.
Right.
So,
Yep. All right. What's your number
um,
one?
so
I
I
want
just
that
gave this.
giggle.
We just gave this in-depth analysis of Jocelyn Flores, and
You're gonna talk
I
about the
think
fucking
it's
trippy red song.
more justified, um, more justified intellectually as a number one song. But I don't know, man. I fuck with Fuck Love.
Fuck you, dude. I knew it.
Okay,
I
okay,
knew it.
I'll say this. I'll say this. Trippy Red should not be on the song. He does not sound good on it at all. But I fuck with the instrumental. I fuck with X's part heavy. Like
That's fair.
I really like it. I don't know why. Like the beat sort of trips up at one part, and I'm like, oh,
I
this
honestly,
is sick.
I don't hate this song. I knew you were gonna like actually like this song, and
Yeah.
in the context of the album. Um, I like Trippy on this song, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Which it's so weird because he's the only Future on the only song that has a Future. Everything else is just X, and he kind
Oh,
of
that's
does feel out of
true.
place because of that.
He is the only feature. You're right.
But I guess at this time he wasn't massive, and I mean Trippy Red's a pretty big Future to get, even so.
Yeah.
So it does kind of make sense. But yeah, I
Another
don't mind the
prominent
song.
SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, all right, well, question mark album.
So this was the album I was actually most excited to listen to because I know you liked it, or at least listened to it.
Yeah,
And it's like it's I mean it's just 16 minutes longer, but still it's a longer form X album and sort of expression of himself. So I was really excited in that regard. And I mean a couple of these songs, like I said, were like super fucking popular. So
yep.
you know, let's see
Um,
how this goes. Where does this rank for you?
this is number one, obviously for me.
Okay. I was wondering
You
because
were
you
second
had me
guessing.
doubting that.
Yes, yep. All right, so question mark. I have a history with question mark. Um, this is what like I keep on saying this. What really got me into X. This is what I listened to the song, and even back when I was like a child, I didn't listen to rap like
Mm.
at this time. I just didn't, But listening to this, I was like, holy shit, this is a good album. And I still think to this day, I don't think it's quite as good as I thought back then,
Right.
like upon re-listen. But I still think this is a good album. Like I wouldn't say
Okay.
it's like a 10 out of 10 or anything, but it's like high 8 minimum in my opinion.
Damn. All right. All
Um
right.
and so yeah, I love this album. I have this album on vinyl. I don't know if you know that.
Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I own this album on vinyl. I didn't I didn't get this. A friend got it for me. But um
You know what it
yeah.
is.
Huh? Yeah.
Um.
It's fucking awesome to me,
Okay.
in
Okay.
my opinion.
I
But
have
whatever.
this at number 3.
Okay, all right.
So okay. So I will say this. I I tend to have a more positive opinion of all of the stuff that X had before he died. Because like you said, that sort of raw emotional expression just feels much more present
Yeah,
on those rather than his posthumous albums. Like,
I would agree.
uh, so this it gets points for that, but like this album just feels all fucking over the place,
It
and
is.
sometimes it works to its benefit, and sometimes it doesn't. Like, Caden told me there's a streak of songs on here that are just bad,
Yeah,
and I would have to agree. But
it's
the
that
other
middle
stuff
part.
is some of his best. I'd argue.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Maybe in terms of
Wait,
albums.
what did you say? The middle part? Or
Oh no, I just said there's parts on. Oh wait, what? Wait, are we talking about which part we thought was bad?
well, I know you said also the middle part was bad, but what'd you say after that?
Oh, I just said that it also has some of X's like best on here,
Okay,
best stuff.
yeah, yeah. I I would agree with that. Um, I don't I don't think all of his best stuff is on here, but I think a
Mhm.
lot of it is. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think this is overall just a really fucking good album. So all right, we doing
Okay,
number top three?
let's do top three.
All right. You wanna go?
Number three. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh,
I've got many different
I
notes.
will say, I think my number or my top three is gonna trip you up. Like I think the expected songs will probably be on there, but I think the order of them will not be what you
Okay,
think.
all right, all right. My number three is Infinity.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so again, this is a intellectually like I'm gonna justify this intellectually better than the other two songs, but it's just I don't fuck with it as much as the other two. Like I think this is what I'm talking about when I say a more complete like X song. Like it feels like this
Yeah,
track has the intro, it has him and Joey Badass like trading verses. It has just like that vibe. It has sort of a it's almost like a like I love the fucking intro where they're talking about catching all the diseases in the world so
yes, I
nobody
love that.
it has like a sense of humor to it. It's like it kind of fits with the theme of like the depression on this album where it's like it almost feels like a futile but still sort of nice sentiment.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean I love Joey Badass on here. I already like Joey Badass, but X is good on here too. He really fits the boom bap aesthetic that they
Yeah,
adopt
that's
here.
true.
The beat is just immaculate. I really like this song.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
What's your number three?
My number three is Moonlight.
Okay.
Um, I feel like in my mind, I feel like you would have thought that this was like number one for me. Um,
I could. Oh no, yeah. Actually, no. This would be my guess.
yeah. Um, upon listening, I realize it's very repetitive, as a lot of X songs are.
Yep.
But I will say, I mean, it's just, it's good. You know, it has the funny meme beat. Um, I don't think there's like a big message here. God, there's a little fucking like fly here. Um, I don't think it has like a crazy message or anything. I think it's just a good song.
I like um I like the beat on this song,
Yeah.
but like re-listening to it, does it not feel like the instrumental is like fucking a little bit too loud? Like just ever so
At the
slightly.
beginning, yeah, it definitely does seem like it.
Yeah,
Especially because you know how fucking bad my speakers are. When I was playing this on my speakers, I was like, "Oh Jesus," because I listened to it on headphones, obviously. But I was like, "I wonder what this would sound like if I played it through my like waterlogged speakers." Yes, that's exactly how it sounded.
Okay. My number two is the last track before I close my eyes.
Yes, I was kind of hoping you'd like this one.
So I don't think I'd ever heard this song before I'd listened to this album, but like especially with his death. And it's like, I don't know, it's so weird that this song feels like going to like ascending to fucking heaven because this is like the last song on an album he dropped
Yeah,
before he died. So
yeah.
like the looming like feeling of X no longer being alive was like super prevalent on this song. And it kind of reminded me of some of the tracks on although I didn't get that until I listened to the actual album, but it gave me Bad Vibes Forever
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah.
I suppose. And I don't know. I think X is surprisingly good sometimes at
I'd say
doing like the like sort
er,
of sweet acoustic
yeah,
songs.
yeah. I would absolutely agree with that. Just yeah, I mean, this song has always come off as oddly comforting to me.
Yes.
Especially yeah, because this is literally the last song that was released when he was alive. Although I will add, we've been talking about the post death releases
Yeah.
that he had. Skins was mostly made when he was alive.
Really?
I
Okay.
will say
Okay.
that. I think. Well,
It,
I don't know about
okay.
mostly, but it was at least I think over halfway made when he was alive. So a
Okay.
lot
I
of it
mean, I
was
guess that
recorded.
makes sense because
Yeah,
it dropped like later that year, like
yeah,
December or
yeah.
something.
But still, um, yeah. I mean, this was the last song that was released under his provision. I guess one could say.
It's just a really nice song. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty. You know, pretty
Yeah.
song.
Pretty big,
Um,
pretty.
yes. All right. My number two is Hope.
All right.
Um, I don't know what it is about this song, but I've always really liked this song. I feel like this is one of those like this is a rap song, but like it's not. It has like a rap beat. I've always really liked the beat, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it has a more Moonlight sort of
Yeah.
beat and like
Yeah.
a there's like every
It has a
single
trap
facet of
beat.
X is sort of on display in this album. Like you have 4555 with like the classic SoundCloud like super hard bass. You have his metal side. You have his like emo side. I think it's definitely maybe the best codification of X as an artist out of any of the albums.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. This song is always it's just again, it's it just sounds good to me. There's something that's always so weird listening to the song and he shouts out the Parkland shooting at the beginning
Yeah.
that I've always thought is like I was like, that seems a little insensitive in the way that he said it. Like, I know he had good motivations behind it, but I was like, not even insensitive. It just seems a little bit out of
I
place
I
to
think
shout
it's
that
a
out.
I yeah, I know you're right. I think it's endearing to a degree. If the song like was literally in any way related to it though, it might have been
Yeah,
a little better.
which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what he's saying for like half of this song,
Yeah. Just
but
vibey.
it is called Hope, so I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like inspirational,
Yeah, I guess.
but yeah.
All right. My number one is Numb.
Uh,
That is the metal
what?
song. That
What?
is the metal song in the
That's
middle of the album.
crazy.
I don't know, just something about his vocals on here and the guitar solo at the end, just like it
This is the
made
good singing album.
this is the what?
This is the good singing album. Well, this one and there's another one, but
That's true. That's true. Actually, this is where he really starts to be okay at singing. But
yes,
like, I don't know, something about this track just hits on a deep, visceral level. That's my
yeah,
explanation.
fair. Um, my number one is Infinity. Uh,
Okay.
which I 100% was not. I didn't think that would be the case because I've always
Yeah.
liked Infinity, but I've never like because everyone that I talk to always says this is best
Most likable track. Yeah.
track on this album, and I've never really agree with that. But I mean, just listening to it, I was like, there's something that stands out about this one.
Wait, what did you think? What if you can remember? What did you think prior was like better than it on this album,
Um,
or like the best?
I thought my number one was probably gonna be Moonlight, honestly.
Okay.
Or Sad, but like I never really like.
Do you not fuck with Sad anymore?
I do. No, I for sure do. I just like it's never been like my favorite on this album.
Okay.
Like I think it's good, but it's not one of those things where I'd be like I hold it close to my heart or anything. Although the music video was like it's probably like one of the first music videos I ever watched. Like
Intentionally.
yeah, intentionally ever like yeah, because but I remember watching the music video and I was like, damn, that's a fucking good music video. And it is. Like still it holds up to this day.
Yes.
Um
It was so eerie seeing it drop after he died, though. Like, and he comes out of his
did
fucking
it? Did it
casket.
drop after he
Yes,
died?
yes, yeah.
Oh man.
Such a weird feeling
I
to
must have
watch
not.
that video.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean Infinity, it's just it has again, it's what I would it's what I would designate as a rap song, although I don't know how much my word counts, but
No,
um
definitely the most rap shit he's ever dropped. But like, in a weird way, the vibes sort of reminded me of like our like late night hangouts and shit.
Yep,
Quote unquote,
exactly.
quote unquote hangouts.
That's what I was thinking. Or like just the late night vibes that you get,
Yeah, exactly.
rolling through the streets.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
Banger.
Banger.
Certified boinger.
Dude,
the song boings.
We need to actually get in contact with NFR. Like
they don't give a shit about us.
No, how many subscribers do they have?
They have like 135,000 or something like that. We could do it.
That's not impossible.
Look, we may not have that. We may not have that many viewers, but we have 8 loyal viewers, 7. I don't know. Loyal viewers. No, we don't.
Like because we have to have at least one.
Somebody's got to be watching this.
Yeah, there's at least a few people watching.
I mean, I'll tune in every now and then if I particularly like the episode and I'm not doing anything. But like,
yeah,
I don't listen to every episode.
Typically, I'll probably give the episode like 3 views. I'll probably come back to it like a couple times, and I'll maybe listen.
Approximately 4 views from me.
Yes, The funniest part, I don't know if anyone who listens to the podcast knows this. I don't
mystery viewer.
Yes, I don't listen to the podcast. I think I've listened to like maybe 2 full episodes.
Well, you're the visual guy, man. You know, you're focused on the tomfoolery.
Everyone who's the Gambino video will be out by this time. I edited that. That's me. Like
I'm excited.
I edited like maybe 1 other real episode and then the specials.
The specials. No, I did the I did this. Yes, I did on Splice.
You did the 2021 special.
Never forget.
Still the greatest intro of all time, and they wouldn't let us post it because the Emiya theme is copyrighted.
Because there's some fucking bitches.
I found that in the Google Drive the other day, and I just watched it just for the memories, and I was like, God, this is peak. That was like 8 months ago.
That was,
dude. That's ridiculous.
I can't, dude. I just want to be frozen.
I kind of miss 2020 as much as I never thought I'd say that. Yeah, anyways.
Back in the day.
XXXTentacion.
Back in the days, Acura days.
Yep. All right.
Break bar.
Intermission's over.
And
now it's
got our break
this time.
All right, now it's time for death albums.
Death albums.
Or almost death albums and then the death albums. Or album, I should say.
Yes.
Skins.
All right. Well, I was just about to say, how do you think the members only got away with using as sound bites? Like, you think they got family permission, or they just found them in the archives and they were like, "Nah, dude, fuck this, we're using this."
They're the members. They held those probably.
They probably had those. Like, he's barely on the album. Like, I was listening to this and I realized
it is a members only album. This is not an X album at all.
This is not an X album.
Maybe we shouldn't have covered it.
Yeah, whatever.
So Skins, ladies and gentlemen. I will say this.
Mids, more like. Not actually.
Thank God this album is so short, though. I looked at that runtime and I was like, let's fucking go, ladies and gentlemen.
Did. Although, I'm going to be completely honest. I expected this to be a lot worse than it was.
I don't remember if I was excited. I think I was excited to listen to it, but I was like, this is going to be bad.
Yes.
But let's see.
All right.
Where does this rank?
For me?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm driving my RX-7 through the streets. This came in at number 5 for me.
Same.
Number 5? All right.
Yep.
There you have it. I'm going to be honest, and I'm just going to go ahead and speak for all the posthumous releases. They're not my favorite, but I don't think they're that bad. This and Bad Vibes Forever, I guess I should say.
Okay.
I really don't think they're...
I think I'll get to Bad Vibes Forever, but I think this song actually surprised me with a couple of the tracks. I liked a couple of them.
Yeah.
But some of them are just fucking dog shit and just shouldn't have been put out, like, period.
That's
like,
fair.
Some of these, like, they really just took X saying, like, one thing and looped it over, like, a 2-minute instrumental and called it a day. Like, that was the song. And it just makes it feel so, like, this was released after he died. But some of them, they actually did a surprisingly good job at making it feel like this was his song.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
get into the top three.
All right. I'll go first. My
All
number
right.
three. Okay, so I would say that I had a tie, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll say what the other one would be. So originally I was gonna say it's between Train Food and Guardian Angel,
Okay.
but I think Train Food takes.
Number three.
Yeah,
Okay.
because in Guardian Angel I'll talk about Guardian Angel. I think its main pull is that it's sad, but in reverse. I think it's
Is
sad.
it sad? No, I think it's Jocelyn Flores.
Yep, it is Jocelyn Flores,
Yeah.
which I thought was super interesting. That probably tells me that that is a posthumous song.
Yeah.
But
Let's take his biggest hit and just
yeah,
reverse it.
but it's an interesting concept to me.
Uh,
Like I haven't heard of a lot of that sort of thing done. But I think it's a good
yeah.
like kind of callback. But Train Food is what takes
Okay.
because I don't think it's like an amazing song, but the shit he's saying was deep. I don't know if you remember that. That's the one about him.
Oh, I'm sorry. My number three is train food as well.
Okay, all right, good.
I agree with you. I think I've
I
this
was
just
not expecting that.
this just speaks to like his potential though, because I think this like his storytelling on here is actually
He
really
weaves.
good.
He's a weaver. He's a weaver
He is
class
a.
servant.
I think his storytelling on here is actually like really good, and his delivery of like the character that he's sort of portraying is really good, and I don't know. I think it speaks to his potential more than anything else.
No, for sure. I would agree with that. I mean, yeah, just listening to it, I was like, I was not ready for him to be able to like tell this sort of story.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think that he, really, I didn't think he had it in him. But
You wouldn't think.
like he does it well, and like for a little bit, I almost thought that this really happened to him until the end when they died,
Yeah.
assumed death.
Metaphorical death.
Yeah, but I was like listening to this and I was like, that's a deep ass story.
This.
Like,
Yeah. I was into this one.
I didn't think he again, I didn't think he had it in him. But yeah, I just think it was solid.
So my number two is Guardian Angel.
Okay, yep.
It. You're right. The reversed instrumental. It's sort of. Again, it's like it's eerie to me.
Something about
And
it.
again, yeah, like a corporate. It was definitely a corporate decision,
Yes,
but
it's a corporate song. It's a corporate sanctioned
but
it's
I
corporate
think
sanctioned
X.
music.
I think X does. I think X's rapping on here is really good, and I think I don't know. Shiloh Dynasty also sounds good reverse, so that doesn't hurt
I wouldn't be
necessarily.
surprised if his music is reversed already.
On it.
Or her? No one knows.
But yeah, they don't. Shiloh's never been revealed.
No, that's been a big thing for a while is no one knows. I mean, it's
It's X.
is it, dude, that would be a twist.
Machiavellian
No, but they're still putting out music.
operations going here.
But that adds to the theory that he's still alive.
He is just Shiloh now. He's Shiloh in Cuba.
Yes, Shiloh and Cubit, dude. For those watching, I'm sorry that you have to watch this. I'm just capping people in the head. They don't deserve it, but they're getting it. Anyways, I'm playing GTA. Finally, I got up the loading screen.
Alright, what's your number two?
All right, my number two. Hold on, let me pause real quick. Pause from capping. My number two.
Awesome.
Yes, pause from capping. My number two is I Don't Let Go. Um,
I hate this song.
I know you do.
I know.
Again, I know. Again, very repetitive, but I don't know. It's catchy. This was one of the few that I actually ended up listening to like a lot afterwards. It wasn't a playlist ad,
Right.
but I was
Some of them you gotta reserve for the albums.
right, yeah.
Like you can't be listening to it all the time.
But I was listening to it in the car like a few times, and I was like, okay. I found out my
Okay.
car has good bass because of X.
Shout outs.
Yes. All right. Well, number ones.
Number
Do
one.
we have the same one?
I want to hear yours first.
My number one's bad.
That's correct. You saw it coming.
Yeah, I should have fucking known you were gonna pull that shit.
This song
Dude,
is
I just shot
obnoxious,
this
bro.
bitch's phone
How?
out of her hand.
What?
I
What?
just I just saw some person's phone out of her hand.
In GTA?
Yes, or it
You
looks
can
like
do
it,
that?
apparently.
Bitch, give me your phone.
I'm fucking dying now. The bad comment. This is what devolves into tomfoolery, ladies and gentlemen. This is
The
how it
demon
begins.
time is commenced.
The demon time has
Don't blame
begun.
us. Blame X.
What about halfway into the? Oh shit! I just muted myself. About halfway into the video.
Bad was the hit from this album, though, right? I think.
Yeah, again, corporate sanction.
Absolutely.
They tried to
You
capitalize on sad.
You got a track called Sad? Ah, let's put out Bad.
But the thing is, it doesn't sound anything like sad.
Again, they fucked up though. Put Bad on Bad Vibes Forever. What are you doing, guys?
No, Bad Vibes Forever hasn't been conceived by this time. Again,
There was an idea.
again before X isn't really around with the naming, you know. He couldn't name Gekume. He couldn't name
Gakume.
Gakume. Is it? No, I think it's Gekume.
It's Gekume, I know. I'm just fucking around.
Bro, look at these paramedics looking at this dead bitch. I'm about to kill them.
Hey!
Um, yeah, it sounds good.
Does it?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Even though I
so-
probably couldn't tell you how it sounds right now because I'm too focused on shooting people.
I actually, okay, I know I don't like this song, but I can't remember how it sounds either. It's so weird. Wait, hold on.
I know.
Wait,
the bad effect.
Hold on. Wait, how does this song go?
Hold on, play it into the mic.
Okay.
I'm too busy right now. Can't pause.
Bro, I'm grinding on the rails as Knuckles right now, bro.
Yes, exactly, dude.
Alright, here it is, guys.
Okay, I just got the worst snippet of audio, like half a second, but I know how it goes now.
Like that. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay,
Um,
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can guess what my number one is.
hold on, let me look actually.
You can guess. Bro, I'm just floating
Go
right now.
fuck yourself. No,
Yep.
please.
It's happening.
Dude, I was listening to the song and I came up with the ultimate. I said it out loud as if I was countering like to someone. I remember playing Rocket League and listening
Prepared
to
counter.
the song, and I was like, "Man, you should have gone 1 minute less." Listening to it, which I will add. Okay, I don't know what it was about the posthumous releases. I played the best fucking games of Rocket League while listening to this and Bad Vibes Only. I had the greatest matches of all
His death pushed you forward.
Yes. I was at top of my game. I was playing against fucking good people and I was winning.
He was peak.
Yes. Oh shit, one
Look.
escaped.
Look, this song. Look,
I hate this song. I think this song is terrible.
I've loved this song. Well, not love is a strong word. I've liked this song forever.
Really?
I mean, I'm a Kanye. Yeah, I like this since 2019 or something. I think I don't remember. I think it was like on a podcast. Someone was saying it went hard, and I was like, let's check it out.
It don't.
It do, dude. Kanye and like a fucking metal instrumental. It doesn't entirely work, but I like.
I think
I
it's
like
fucking
it.
terrible.
I like it.
But
I like X's screaming. I don't know. I just think this song's it's a banger. You know?
It's not.
No.
It's not.
Look. Okay. Let's move on.
Yes, let's. Oh fuck! Then I see what the next one is.
Yep.
The
Are you ready?
members. The members. Only.
The members have returned.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out there. Members only. Volume 3. Well, volume 3.
Oh, you're
had
talking about 3.
at least some good songs on it.
Mm-hmm.
This, I don't have a top 3 for this album. I could.
I knew it, dude. I knew
I
it.
tried. I fucking couldn't do it because every song sounds the exact same and they're all bad. Every fucking one of them are fucking awful.
Okay. Here's
the thing.
the
It's
thing.
my last place if no one could tell.
No, yeah, it's number 7 for you. I'm gonna say it. This is my number 6, so you can guess. Where?
What?
Yeah. Okay, I'll talk. I'll talk about it. Look. Okay. I think this album. You're right. It doesn't have any good songs,
Yeah, I know I'm right.
but it has good. I think it has decent snippets of songs.
Okay.
I'll just run through my top 3 real quick. I'll just say, I mean, like, I think there's a couple points on here where, like, I'm like, okay, this is a nice tribute to X, I suppose. But like a lot of it, and you know what? I think it's missing that blue snowball element of, you know,
Yeah, this is kind of
it's
corporate.
missing that.
This is kind of corporate members too.
It's corporate members, and you know that was one of the things that was going for them was their energy and their blue snowball energy as well. And I think that's lost here. And with that, the rawness is lost. I'll say my top 3 real quick, even though I don't particularly like any of these songs. And you probably don't remember any of them actually.
No, I
So,
literally don't. I don't remember a single fucking song off this album. I
three
don't want
is
to.
three is Jase on my wrist. I remember that kind of
Just
going
say
hard.
on my wrist. Think about that,
God
ladies
set
and
on my
gentlemen.
wrist.
Think about. Well, no, we'll explain. We'll explain the
Well,
words.
I I thought there's some hard moments on this song. Number 2, Touch Eam Body. Some pretty hard moments on here as well.
Hey,
And
well, I just want to go ahead and intervene. I just want to tell you, I just burned this guy alive. Continue.
IRL
Yeah,
or
in real life.
in game,
Nah, yeah, like
you game ended him. My number my number 1's Radar. It has a really obnoxious chorus, but I like it because it's like I don't know, they're obnoxious and it's funny.
yeah.
Another song I enjoyed though was the Ski Mask one. He was kind of barely on this album though, now that I think
Yeah.
about it,
So what
which
I
makes
remember
sense because he
him
was torn up,
what I
you
remember him
know?
talking about was he actually was not a founding member of Members Only, I don't
He's
think.
not a founding father.
Because he was talking about how oh shit, this guy who I killed is coming after me. He was talking about how he wanted to make his own group and X's group was members only, but he didn't talk about his group. So I'm not sure if
Oh,
members
there's
only
another dude.
was
They got the Great
X's
Lakes
group.
Avengers.
Great Lakes. What do you know about the Great Lakes Avengers?
Marvel
Nothing.
Encyclopedia, bud.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if he was involved with that.
Was he affiliated?
I couldn't tell you. But
They work in mysterious ways.
they do. They really do.
Oh, I was gonna say one song I liked was "He Diddy," which it felt like a Ski Mask song put onto the album, and I sometimes enjoy Ski Mask songs, so that's a plus. Otherwise, though, this album is in contention for being one of the worst I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Fair.
But it is not the worst.
Fair. Fair enough.
That honor goes to the next album.
No way, dude.
Bad
Honestly, no way.
Vibes Forever. So
Like,
where does this rank for
surely-
you?
This is think I know which one. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. So here's the thing about this album
Uh-oh.
and why it is at number 7 for me. So so the funny thing is this album started out, and I want to say let me pull it up real quick. I want to say for the first like 5 or 6 tracks, I actually liked this album. I thought
What?
the songs were hidden pretty decently.
Yeah.
After the interlude in the middle of the album, there is not a single good song.
Really? Let me check
Like,
from my top
I
3
could not
files.
find anything of value in the second half. And here's the other thing. This feels like easily the most corporate X album. Well, I'll
Okay,
just say
yeah.
this. Everyone who was on this album, Blink 182, I'm looking at you. Everyone on this album was here for the clout. Let's be
That's
real.
true. That is true.
Everyone here was here for the clout. Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. Rick Ross on a fucking X song? What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
That's a
Okay,
good point.
I think there are songs on here that I like. My top three are all songs that I think are actually good. The second half of this album, though, I just fucking despise. It was the hardest shit for me to get through for some reason. But
Interesting.
what did you think?
Um, what did I think? That's a good question. Let me pull it up real quick.
Below.
All right. This album, again, I didn't think was as bad as I thought it would be, if that makes any sense. It was better than I thought it would be. Um, I had this at number 4,
Yeah,
which originally Skins was, and then I bumped it up, or I bumped Skins down, put
Skins
put
has
this in its
the
place.
merciful runtime at least for me.
That's fair. Yeah, Skins is clean. But this
Clean
album,
listen.
I didn't think it was awful. And I will say on this album, I think the Kanye song's decent on this one.
There's a Kanye song.
Or maybe that's Look at Me.
There's a Kanye song.
Maybe that's Look at Me.
Was there a Kanye song in Look at Me as well?
There's another Kanye song that's no, it's the big one. What is it?
Oh,
Fuck
True Love.
Not True Love. Yeah. Makes a lot of love songs. That
Oh,
song I think is good.
I
That song
hate that
sounds like an
song.
end credit song.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
I
it's
would
this.
use it. That's a
It's the.
fucking that's a real Steel insert song.
It's
Is what that is.
It's absolutely, but it's the first song on Donda 2.
Yeah, I remember because I remember hearing about how Kanye claimed it for himself. Um, but no, yeah, I thought this album was solid. All right, we going to the top 3?
Yeah, let me hear your top three.
All right. My number 3 was, if I can pull it up, Bad Vibes Forever.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember who. Oh, yeah, Trippie Redd was on this one. I like Trippie Redd's verse on this. I think it's solid.
Yeah.
I didn't think it's anything huge, but I just
A
like the song.
major.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's good.
My number three is The Only Time I Feel Alive, which is another Craig Zen song.
Craig Zen, dude.
I like him. I don't know. The kid's got spunk, is
He
what
don't. He don't.
You do.
He do, but he don't.
Um,
Right?
but so we do.
Nah.
I really enjoyed his verse on here. There's a point at the end where it like turns into a guitar song and then it gets kind of bad, but otherwise I enjoyed it.
That's called the song, friend.
Ain't no song. That's a snippet.
I'm juking this guy hard right now.
He's fucking all in on juking this fool on the streets of
All right,
Los
I'm gonna go
Santos.
AFK, so he thinks he won, but he didn't. All right. Well, my number 2 was Ecstasy. This is the most mainstream sounding song I think X has made.
Ecstasy.
It's the one with the girl.
The one with the girl.
With the woman.
Oh, is that with is that Noah Cyrus?
Yes.
Oh,
Any
okay.
relation to Miley?
I didn't hit. It's Miley's sibling, but
That sucks.
I didn't mind this one as much.
This sounded like a Euphoria insert song, I'm not gonna lie, but I liked it. I think there was a good like mix of voices between her and X, and it's kind of X in the background singing, and I like the way that
Yeah.
he ends it. He has like his own little outro on it. Yeah, I think it's solid. I
Okay,
like
a
it.
lot of this album though, let's be honest, it's like it's this album should be called featuring X.
Yeah, it also felt like insert songs. It almost feels like a compilation album in a way.
Yes. Number two is Bad Vibes Forever.
Yes.
I'll agree with
right?
you. I'll agree with you. Trippie Red goes hard on here. I enjoy the beat. I think it's like a guitar sort of trap beat
Yeah,
fusion. And I enjoyed it. It's trippy delivering. Solid.
Yeah. Okay.
Number one.
I'm really interested to hear the number 1 because I think we could have the same number 1, and if so,
I don't think so.
no.
I don't think so. What's yours?
right.
What's yours?
My number 1 is Royalty.
No.
No?
No.
Did you not like this one?
Wait, okay. Hold on. I need to hear it.
You
I
want me
need
to
to hear
pause?
it. real quick. Yeah, pause.
Okay.
Pause.
Give me if I can access OBS. All right.
Resume.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, we
Julius
should
just
say
goes,
that. We should say that every time.
resume. Julius
Pause.
goes, the Jamaican song? So
Dude,
he's racist.
I am, but
This dude just
listen,
did the hardest pull up in front of me. We're G's now. He's trying to get me to come in the car.
we got a whole storyline going on in the background.
And dude, the best part is he's driving a Camaro that looks exactly like Bumblebee from Transformers. Dude, this guy's so raw.
Dun, 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 dun.
He did a wheelie. Okay.
He is fascinated.
So
This,
yeah,
I think this is
song,
when I was starting, or no, it was right around this point where I was starting to feel the fatigue of this album.
really, dude.
Yes.
This song, I was feeling the fatigue, and this song snapped me out of it. I'm not even gonna
No,
because
I know
think there's
why.
a little
This
bit
is
of
a Black
fatigue.
Panther ass song.
Yes, that's why. It sounds
nope.
just.
Makes
well,
sense.
You're racist, actually. So, it's,
No, but you get what I'm saying.
it sounds just black people. It sounds just like Ops. It has the same
Okay.
beat as Ops, right?
Does it now?
Yes. Bob Marley's son sings the chorus.
Bob Marley's son, bro. They couldn't get the father.
He's fucking dead.
They could get X.
Dude, they couldn't get
Pull
X
some,
or
pull some
Bob
strings.
Marley. Why couldn't they get X on his own song?
Get Tupac.
Um,
Get
no,
Michael on here.
I think the chorus in this song is one of the best choruses that X has to offer.
It's not X. It's the corporation.
Exactly. No,
It's the record label.
it's descendant of Bob Marley. Kimani, I believe his name is. Kimani Marley.
I didn't know that though. That's a fun fact.
Yeah. God, this song is such a banger, and the fact that where are you pulling up to this fucking golf club? You can't go in here, fool. The fact that oh, the fact that X is able to like integrate himself into the flow that would typically never match him.
He's not integrating into the flow. You realize
They
they
integrated
built the
him.
track around him, right?
That's probably true. Actually, that's a good point. I just realized he's fucking dead. Well, you never know that. No, if there's a future on any of his posthumous albums, that's corporate sanctioned.
Absolutely.
Other than Ski Mask. Dude, I realized they don't get Ski Mask back in.
They don't.
Do you
You're
think
right.
Ski Mask is opposed to the posthumous releases? He probably
I think
is.
he might be, honestly.
He probably is. Because
he was like the closest to X.
Yeah, he even talked about in the doc how he was the one who everyone would go and get to calm X down.
But I think the general attitude towards all these releases is generally negative. Like anytime a new X album dropped, like look at me when it dropped earlier. I think it was like a month ago. Like everyone was just like, "Bro, can we stop milking him already? Just like let him rest." Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
But he sells.
Yeah.
What else could matter?
Royalty is a banger. That's all I'm gonna say. What's your number one?
My number one is Limbo. It's sort of it's a screamy song, but it's a tribute to X, and I thought it was nice and probably better than anything on Members Only Volume 4. So
that's fair.
It's not something I'd want to listen to over a couple of the other tracks. So like, I think like the opening track X Bitch, I actually enjoy it. Like
I like that one.
There's a couple of
that in the top 3.
Yeah, there's a couple of nice acoustic songs at the beginning, and I was like, this isn't a good direction. And then the randomness began.
I almost liked it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the album?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
I was about to say, why are you agreeing? Damn, I just ran that bitch over. The commentary over GTA is great.
You gotta sample some of these, dude.
Damn, I just ran that bitch over. Dude,
the beat stops.
Okay, I was listening to a fucking Lil Nas song, which also Lil Nas gets a shout out in one of the X songs. I forget what it is, but he talks about Lil Nas, which is weird because he was popular in 2017 because that's when Panini came out. Oh, I was listening to Panini, and
Panini did not come out in 2017.
It did. 2017,
like 2019.
Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I just made that up.
I think Old Town Road came out in 2019.
Why was he talking about Lil Nas then? What was Lil Nas doing?
Maybe he was talking about actual Nas, but he just put a Lil in front of it.
Oh, because he didn't say X.
I think Lil Nas was Lil Nas a SoundCloud rapper. I know he was like online.
He was a YouTube rapper,
but
I believe. He also ran a fan page for a certain singer, and I forget what it was. And that's how he blew up.
Came up from the bottom.
because he was a stan. That's how he fucking blew up. But anyways, I was listening to a Lil Nas song and Day Trip's tag came on, and I was just hearing it. And I heard it in the car, and I just said to myself, "Day Trip did take it to 10. He did indeed." And I was like, "That'd be the rawest Day Trip tag."
Would it?
Yes, sampling me being like, "Day Trip did take it to 10." Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna make my own producer tags. Man, I just ran over that bitch.
Dude, we opened the next episode
with my just random GTA commentary, just like a compilation. Sorry guys,
you
if you're
keep
watching, I'm shooting people.
you keep thinking the song's gonna start, but there's just like constant producer tags.
Dude, what if we made a song that's just called Produced and it's just all the tags?
That's raw.
That is raw.
Let's do it.
We don't have producer tags to name ourselves by.
Bro, we'll come up with it.
We'll come up with the tags before we come up with the songs.
The drafting will begin.
All right, fair enough. All right.
So that was X.
Did you do a top 3 for all of his songs? Because I just remember I forgot.
I actually forgot to do that too, honestly, and
right, well,
I don't really care, to be honest. So
I don't either. Yeah.
I did find a couple bangers from Look at Me though, or no, I just found one. I particularly enjoyed the song "I'm Sippin' Tea in Your Hood."
Fuck you! I knew, or I didn't know you would, but
What?
That song.
That song is a fucking banger, bro. Oh, when the beat fucking stops. What?
Is they played it in the documentary? Like they played so he was doing a concert and he started singing that song, and that concert just in that moment looks like the worst fucking place to be on the planet.
Oh, I don't want to be at his concert. I will listen to his banger songs from the comforts of my own home.
Yeah. Like do you remember that one guy that I showed you?
Tea.
And he would go to the place. It was like Jesus something. You remember that one guy?
Who?
And it was just like found footage. He's dead now.
Who?
Do you remember that guy? He wasn't a singer. He was just a guy.
Explain.
And he would just, what was his name?
Explain.
I don't remember if he had like concerts or like events that he held, and he would just, it would be awful. He would just incite chaos.
Gigi Allen?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That guy was fucking insane.
That's what this concert reminded me of.
Oh, okay. It's not where you want to be.
Bad. Yeah, no, that's the worst fucking. God, that guy was insane. What
happened to him?
He OD'd or something?
I think so.
Probably for the
I just remember watching that video of him where he's like giving a quote unquote TED talk to all those people.
Yeah.
And there's like that one part where the lady comes up because he like challenges her and he just starts beating the fuck out of her. And I'm like, this guy is fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Like
that's the worst person on planet Earth.
I mean, I've never thought about necessarily wanting to go to a rap concert because like I mean especially after especially after Astroworld, bro, like
yeah. That's bad.
I'm not trying to fucking die.
Like I think you wouldn't expect to die at a concert, but honestly, I would not be surprised if like rap concerts had like a high death toll.
A fucking 14-year-old died there, dude. Like
a baby died there, didn't he? Like a baby? Like toddler or something. Yeah, I think like a toddler died. Someone brought their toddler there.
Who brought their toddler to Astroworld, dude?
Yeah, the toddler fucking suffocated.
Fucking hell.
Which that's so crazy to think about how many people have to be there in that massive area for you to suffocate.
Dude, so many
That's
people.
Ridiculous.
People were trampling over each other, like.
And how do you not notice that? Like, how do you not notice you're trampling someone?
That's a good point. But
you have to be so unobservant to not notice that you're literally murdering someone below you.
Do you think Travis was fucked up in that situation?
Here's the thing okay. Because he didn't, what was it? He didn't stop his concert?
He kept performing.
But did he know? Because that's the thing.
They were yelling at him to stop.
But it must be, like, honestly, it must be so impossible to hear that, though.
If I recall, though, I think there was a video where he was like there was no music and it was just him.
I thought.
Oh, he did.
At some point he acknowledged it. Yeah, that's when it's on him.
But he did. I mean, yeah, he just kept performing.
In his defense, though, you cannot communicate with anyone in that crowd. That's impossible. You just can't.
I mean, he's got a mic, you know, he's got a platform up there. Like, he could have at the very least stopped. I don't
Yeah,
know, but like,
that he could have.
I mean, that's also like I know it's irresponsible, but like that's such a intense situation
But that's
to be put in
also
the middle of.
an issue with the management of the concert,
Oh
if
no,
anything.
absolutely. It's
Like,
not on him.
yeah,
Now, was
it's
it on
on him
him
that the event
that he didn't
happened.
stop it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's the management's fault that any of that even took place.
Because
I think
either they sold too many tickets or they got too small of a venue, or both.
yeah. And I think you're right about
Oh shit! I
that
got the annoying
happening.
unicorn.
More deaths at rap concerts. I don't remember where I heard that, but like shit tends to go down at rap concerts. Like
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Um,
really, I
but yeah,
mean, SX.
that's X. SMS triple X. That's the only
I
time I ever
I
shoot below the neck.
I enjoyed this experience. Okay, how would you? We only have three so far, but how would you rank the discography so far?
It's gotten worse as we go.
So we can only go up from here, right?
Right, exactly. Well, okay. I don't want to say that.
You
The
don't want to say that?
experience has not gotten worse as we go.
No, I think it's just
We're
been
talking about the
different every
artists.
time.
Are we talking like the quality of music?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gotten worse as we go. Which I would never expect to say that Gambino is better than X. I don't know if he's better, but his music is significantly more listenable.
Well, excuse me, Gambino's more like polished,
Yeah.
and you know he has a lot more. He's almost
He
like
was in Community.
he's kind of the opposite of X. Like he was
He
like
is.
in the industry. He
He
was an
talked about
he,
how, yeah,
he was an established actor. Like he's a celebrity. X was just some fucking random kid who lived at a porn studio.
apparently. Which I do want to talk about the doc a little bit because
Okay, yeah.
I know you didn't watch it, but
Discuss it.
it was so crazy to see because they put such an emphasis on the fact that he's just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like he literally is. He lived to 20. And that's so crazy to me because the cult following he got, like that's
Insane.
power. Yeah. And it's
He's
just
basically an influencer. I mean,
he was in it's
literally.
the way that they use social media in the doc and probably how it was in real life. It's so crazy how everyone was involved in X's life and how X portrayed his entire life over social media. Like after the incident with X's girlfriend, you know, if you're an X fan, you're gonna believe him, you know, or you
Generally.
shouldn't. But that's how his fan base was.
They defend him to the
Yeah,
death.
and so you know and I guess it's still alleged that he abused his girlfriend. I mean, no one can prove it, but I think it's fairly obvious to say that he did.
The evidence is there. Yeah.
Yeah. But like he just kept on denying it, and it's so sad to see because his family and his friends, like in the interview, they interviewed was let me look at the members because I need to remember the member's name. Um, so they did an interview with certain members of members only, and it was four of them. It was Kid Trunks, Flyboy Tarantino, Bass Santana, and one other one who I can't remember. I'm not exactly sure, but they interviewed them all, and I remember one of them was talking about they were like he was talking about how like he was X's friend and everything, and so they were gonna believe him regardless, but you can tell they had trouble saying that, like you know it's hard to believe that kind of narrative that he said, and
Yeah.
they all kind of agreed. They were like at that time like he was fucked up, like he was not in a good
I mean,
headspace.
absolutely. I mean, if the music has anything to say about like his mental health, like he was like a scarred person. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. So
he was emotionally troubled.
Um, yeah, I mean, It's just interesting. He has an interesting story, but
It is interesting.
the thing that I saw watching it was um even after after he I was talking about the arcs that he went through, which I probably shouldn't call it arcs, but
Whatever.
yeah, before he was in prison, he like right around when he went to prison, I think was his worst mind state,
Mm-hmm.
probably. Or like cuz he went to prison and right around when he went, he kind of sounded like just rambling crazy. How he was like, I didn't meet my girlfriend, she's a fucking liar, fuck her. And he kind of encouraged everyone to like ruin her life over social media.
Yeah.
And then he went to prison, and when he got out, he seemed like he was okay for a little bit. Um and he genuinely did want to reform. And that's when he kind of started like getting stronger relationships like his manager, and they interviewed the guy who created Empire, the label
Mm-hmm.
company, which is crazy because I didn't realize that's like kind of their claim to fame as X. Like the founder of Empire had like 3X like platinum things in the background.
The
Um,
shining star, like
yeah,
Jesus.
exactly. But um, then slowly he kind of dipped back into that mindset. And what they were talking about is he had this persona, and that's when he strongly stuck to his thing about how he was going to express himself however he wanted, and
Mm-hmm.
he was going to be himself regardless of what anyone thinks. And he created this persona that he was a villain, like literally, like he was like a bad guy, but it was almost kind of like a Robin Hood kind of guy, where like he did bad things, but like for a noble cause or
I
something like
think,
that.
yeah, yeah, and I think that that's almost found in his music, where it's like or at least his earlier stuff, where he says a lot of fucked up things, but there's like a level of levity to it
Yeah, for
almost,
sure.
and he's like, I think he's likable throughout his discography, except for his introductions, but I think he's pretty
Yeah.
likable.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Um, but I mean, yeah, he kind of, and I think the issue around that time was he delved too deep into that kind of villain persona.
Mm.
And the Empire guy was talking, he was like, so he did a thing on Instagram. He was posting on like his stories, or maybe on like a Snapchat stories or something. And he was just talking about, because newly released shit was released like to the public that no one knew about, like the documents of the assault. And that's kind of when the narrative flipped on him, and when everyone
Mm.
came out on social media and they were like, he is not a good guy. I can't believe this. And you know how people are on social media. Everyone's like, they literally included a like screenshot of a tweet where they were like, "I hope his life is permanently ruined and he dies a
Yeah,
terrible death. He's the demon incarnate or whatever."
he's condemned. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, they fucking condemn him to hell or something like that.
yeah.
Um, and he went on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it was, and he just like said "fuck you" to everybody. He was like, "I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I don't care what anyone thinks." And so, his manager and the record label guy sat down with him and his mom, because his mom has played a big part in this whole story. And they were like, "Hey, man, you need to get your act together." And after that, and this is what I find the most tragic part of his whole story is,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
after that is when he got better, and that's when he started putting out the idea of, "Hey, I make this music for a lot of depressed people, and I talk about the hard subjects to get them into a better place." And he started spreading it, because you hear all like the voice memos of like, "I love you guys, like, I'm here for you no matter what," that sort of thing. And that's kind of come out of this kind of phase, and it seemed like he was really progressing as a person, and then he was murdered. So
Yeah.
I don't know, that's I just went off on a complete tangent about this whole
No,
thing,
no,
but
I mean, that's important to what we've been talking about this whole
yeah.
time. And it's not like, I don't think when you think of like, all right, we're gonna cover like these rappers' discographies, which, I mean, okay, to be fair, we're covering modern rap discographies. We're not doing 90s shit, guys. I'm sorry, it's
No, we're
not
doing
happening. We're
NWOC.
doing modern shit. But if you were to bring up like what discographies should we cover? Like, I don't think the first one you'd think of is X, but
Yeah, right.
I really think there's a strong argument for him being like one of the most influential people of
In
this
modern
past
rap,
decade.
absolutely, yeah.
And like just kind of a, and also just like a symbol of like how social media has sort of changed hip hop as well, because like the fact that he could come from just being a kid making songs on SoundCloud all the way to having like
Mm-hmm.
several billion plus streams, a platinum single,
Yeah. Yeah.
is like fucking insane and shows how powerful even SoundCloud can be,
It
honestly.
really
Like,
is far to see, or it's crazy to see how far he came. Because, like, yeah, literally, he was just this kid out of like Florida who one day he just decided he wanted to make like a little group with Ski Mask, and they were showing footage of them. Like, they look so young because they were like 15 or 16,
yes.
like when they started doing this sort of thing. And see how far he came. He got shout outs from Kendrick. Kendrick was tweeting about him.
Yep.
ASAP started talking about him, although probably not in the best way. Um, Fucking everyone expressed remorse. J. Cole shouted him out whenever
Yep.
he died.
Everyone did. I mean, pretty much everyone came together. You can
Yeah,
find like a compilation of all the big rappers who shouted him out, or
yeah.
not shouted, but like said rest in peace when he died, and it's like a lot of the most influential people. Fucking Kanye. I don't remember if Drake. Well, Drake had his response, and I'm
Yeah,
upset. But
Drake didn't like him. X
like,
apparently fucking despised Drake.
yeah, I mean, they kind of make polar opposite music. But
Yeah.
um,
I mean, it's
Lil Wayne didn't know who he was, but he still shouted him out
yes,
anyways.
XXXTentacion. He got a literal collab with Kanye West, debatably the biggest rapper of all time, or hip hop
Hip hop,
artist.
yeah,
Yeah, like
absolutely.
multiple collabs. In fact, one corporate sanctioned.
And I think honestly, he would have gotten way more had he like
Oh
continued
yeah,
to, if he were still alive.
he could
Like
have been as big as them,
the
honestly.
places he could have gone are like just insane.
Yeah, and
Like it's not like okay, this may sound a little harsh, but like someone like I don't know a Pop Smoke or like a Nipsey Hussle, I can't really, who are both dead. I can't really imagine going to like insane places artistically, but like
yeah,
because I think they're both solid, but like they never had those little sparks of
those nuances.
potential like
Yeah,
X does on like a trained food or like an Infinity. Like it just really bums me out that he's not around anymore. Despite
yeah.
the fact that I don't love his
Honestly,
music, I like respect that it was
he
a
could have made something
representation
for you.
of his time as a kid trying to just get his raw emotions out there. Honestly,
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it's again like I don't. Do I think he's? I don't think he's a bad person. I think he made some bad decisions. But he
labeling
tried.
someone a bad person has
Yeah,
always kind of been, unless it's like the most egregious shit possible, has
yeah,
always been
right.
a weird thing for me.
But well, I'm not even gonna bring that up because he tried to be a good person. He honestly, like, he tried at the end of the day. No matter where he was, he always tried in the best way that he knew. And I think he was just so misunderstood a lot of the time.
I
And
think he probably had a super fucked up childhood,
yeah,
and
because his mom was there talking about him in the documentary a lot. And she really seemed like she cared, but like watching some of the footage, I was like, this is not mom of the year. Like, I cannot believe she allowed him to do some of the
oh,
shit that she
interesting.
did. Um,
Right. Well, but then you look at it, and apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but it's a lot of what people say about the posthumous albums is like apparently she's behind a lot of the advertising,
she
like
is.
and X decisions that are made that ever since his death,
But she
and
was even when he was alive.
I think that's kind of weird and fucked up, but
Oh yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't
I
know.
just walked into a car meet.
Do you know anything about his dad?
His dad,
Can't imagine they had a good relationship, honestly.
yeah. So his dad took off when he was 10.
Right.
And the whole thing with him is he always wanted to be a better father, and
Hmm.
his dad. So his mom was talking about his dad, and this is the first indication that I got, and I was like, his mom is probably not in the greatest mindset.
Right.
She was talking about how his dad used to hit him,
Yeah.
but she was like, I wouldn't describe him as abusive, and I was like, that's what abusive is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's literally what abusive
She's
is.
trying to
And
convince herself he wasn't.
yeah, right. And X was always talking about how he saw his dad hit his mom, and how he always wanted to be better than that kind of
Yeah.
thing. And so, and then his dad took off, and I think she mentioned him once later on, but it wasn't a very big thing. But yeah,
You're
so I
right
mean,
about like another thing about like the kid element. Like I found a video. I can't remember. I think it was just randomly recommended to me on YouTube. But like I found a video, and it's him with like his classic X hairstyle, and it's I want to say right around when he went to prison. But like he like it was a video of him literally going to fucking prom,
yeah.
and that just made it hit on like a different level. I was like,
Well, I think I want to say he went. That was Jocelyn Flores. He went to prom with. It was because there was a thing where he asked two girls to come and model for him, and one of them was Jocelyn Flores, and it was either Jocelyn Flores or the other girl that he went to prom with.
Hmm.
And
I think it
so
was his cousin in the
could
video
have
that I saw, but maybe
could have
there's
been.
another person. I'm not sure.
Maybe he went to multiple.
Potentially.
Who knows?
But
I
imagine
would
having
doubt
to
it.
fucking exit your fucking prom,
Oh
dude.
yeah, because by that time he's massive.
Like, I have to imagine people are like fucking mobbing him, like
Yeah. No,
at
absolutely.
a big social event like that. Like,
Yeah.
how old is Ski Mask? Is he the same age as X?
I think he said X was either slightly older or slightly younger, but they're around the same age.
Damn, because I always think Ski Mask is. I always see him as older than X. I don't know what it is.
Well, when they both met, like I like the footage that they were showing, like they were both like children.
They're babies, you know.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. It's just it's an incredibly interesting story.
It is,
Um.
and I'm glad we covered this.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
he's an
thinking
interesting
about it
guy.
more, it's really important.
Yeah. No.
Actually,
Absolutely. So, all right. Thanks, guys, for watching. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean that's. I mean, what else is there?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I guess so. I was gonna talk about Ergo Proxy, but like that kind of seems out of place now. I watched Ergo Proxy. It's been playing on screen for a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, I think it finally made one full rotation. I have it at 3% speed. Um, yeah, I watched Ergo Proxy. It was fine, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. See, that's the thing with these like full topic episodes is it seems weird to talk about anything afterwards.
Shoehorn in these
Yeah.
last topics.
Plus, we were both talking about the the tragedy of X.
I mean, these are more like. I feel like these are. I mean, they're technically episodes of the show, right? But I feel like these are like their own thing, like discography discourse number
Let's make
3.
this its own segment.
Let's just yeah,
All right, let's start making like 4-hour podcast episodes.
bro. That was what I was saying from day one. That's what I was. That's where I was trying to get. That's where my head was
When
at.
the road trip arc happens, we will. We will. There will be one
Shit.
time where we will go on a road trip, and it's gonna be like a 5-hour long episode.
Because we can't one like right here, dude. Like, do you see it? We're gambles right now. Okay, I'm playing fucking Roblox. You're playing GTA 5. We gotta be like, we gotta be on.
We gotta be
You know, we gotta
locked.
be ready.
Although I don't know if podcasting while driving on the fucking highway is.
Well, you just gotta talk, man. You just got.
You just gotta talk, man. Yeah, right.
It'll just be
Exactly.
Caden fucking commentating his driving the whole time.
Yeah, no, every once in a while you hear like, "Oh shit!" and there'll be like a fucking swerve in the background.
Motherfucker.
Yes, I was like, "Well, there goes my back wheel."
And then we'll have intermissions like stopping to get
Yeah,
something or some shit.
yes, I'll have to change the fucking tire. Yes. Yeah,
Gas
no.
intermission.
Well, yes, dude, we'll take the blue snowball in the gas station.
There will be there will be an initial D song guaranteed. We have to play one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Although we can't have anything else going on for fear of. No, we might as well just live stream at that point.
Honestly,
Live.
watch me fucking die on live stream.
Dude, that wouldn't be the first time.
That'd be the. Now we know why it was called the Misfortune Podcast.
Yes, dude. It was fated.
Hold on a second.
All right.
It's kind of hard.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to hold on for a second.
Oh no no
Um,
no. Hold on, take a moment. This is
no,
hard.
I was about to talk about. I said that would be the first time. I probably shouldn't bring this up on the podcast, but I just saw the
What?
video of. Can I say? Yeah, I can probably say this.
What can you? What? What are you about to say?
Do you know the video of the army veteran and it plays? He's on Facebook Live and he ends it and he's like, "Well, that's about it," and he fucking shoots himself.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I just saw that like earlier today. Just like, I don't ever use Reddit, but just out of pure curiosity, like I have it downloaded on my phone. I think I just like because you'll go online and you'll try to look at a Reddit page and then it'll like
Oh
tell you
god.
you have to use
Do you have a
that.
Reddit account? Do you have the app?
Yes.
Are you a fucking moderator?
Like you can't watch this porn. You're a child. You have to download the app. Like okay, buddy.
I have a
Um,
hack for that, but continue.
you have a hack for everything, dude. You have a hack for not sitting through 15-second YouTube videos.
Dude, it's epic.
I won't describe it as epic.
It is. All you got to
Um,
do on mobile, if you're trying to see a Reddit page that's restricted, is request desktop website. That's all, ladies and
shut the
gentlemen.
fuck up. I'm not doing that. Just because you said it, I'm not doing that.
It's a hassle. Just install the app at that point.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I saw it on the fucking front page of Reddit.
And just traumatizing yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
Actually, no, you're desensitized.
awesome. You are too, fool.
I'm not, bro. I'm resensitized. I'm rehabilitated.
Resensitized, he says.
I used to look at I used to look at fucked up shit on the internet too. Like, but
I
here's the
don't.
thing: is like people act like it's hella weird, but it's like
I mean,
it's kind of I hear a lot of people that have gone through that sort of phase.
I don't. I mean, that's the thing is I don't enjoy watching it per se, but it's not one of those things where like and I don't think watching it in the first place got me like desensitized per se. Like
Right.
I never really was affected by like gore and
It
that
was
sort of
always
thing.
like a it was always like
I
a
was just like,
sort of
okay,
like sobering myself to see that like shit like this happens every day.
yeah,
And it
exactly.
almost like made my problems feel a little smaller sometimes. Is a weird way I guess I would describe of how I felt when
That's
I would
fair.
watch
Yeah.
shit like that. But like that doesn't I don't know.
I don't know. Um, I'm not endorsing watching gore videos, ladies and gentlemen. I also don't care that much, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways,
Imagine if we didn't have the internet, that'd be cool.
yeah, but everyone talks about that. Like, life would not be generally better if we didn't have the internet.
Visibility would be limited. Like
Everything would be limited.
everything would be limited. And it's like I don't know. It's Pandora's box. I mean, that's like the best analogy that I hear about the internet. It's just it's a
You get what you
maelstrom
get.
of good and great and bad and terrible and horrible. And we're on here, so we're part of that.
Yeah. Next episode's the gore video episode, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in
Yeah.
to watch live beheading videos.
No, I don't.
Um,
I'm done.
I'm
Yeah, I
done.
can't get back in the game.
You out of the game? It's time to get back in.
This has been the Misfortune
This has
Podcast.
been the
I'm not
Misfortune
usually the one to
Podcast.
say that.
You aren't,
That's
because I always
usually
end it.
That's you're always like,
Weird.
all right, lights out.
I
Let's wrap
know
this
that
up.
was a little bit jarring to hear you just say that. This has been the Misfortune Podcast. I know you do
It's like
say it,
I'll
but
say
you'll
some
say
out
it
of
after
pocket
I
shit,
say
and then
it.
you'll be like, "This has been the Misfortune
Yeah, it's the
Podcast."
classic funny moments, dude. Okay, I do have to shout out. Speaking a very similar ending. I've been watching. This is so random. I don't know why I decided to watch this. The Grand Tour. Do you know what that
The
is?
what? Dragon Ball GT? What are you talking
Shut the
about?
fuck up. You're
Welcome to the
familiar with
Grand Tour, Dragon Ball GT.
you're familiar with. Is that what GT stands for?
Grand Tour, yes.
That's incredible. You're familiar with Top Gear.
Yes. Catch a tiger by its toe.
Shut the fuck up.
That's the only thing I know
Oh
it
my
by.
God. It's not,
Honestly.
no, that's just Jeremy Clarkson. That wasn't on the show.
Imagine if it was.
Anyway,
The N-word episode.
N-word episode on the show.
The tiger.
They've done crazier things, dude. They straight up blew up Jeremy Clarkson's house live on camera. Like in real, like I mean, it was like set for deconstruction.
Jeremy Clarkson's face off.
No, but so basically, whenever Jeremy Clarkson's contract expired on Top Gear, the executives were like, "Yeah, we don't want him to come back," and I forget why. But then this is the greatest love story. The other two, Richard Hammond and James May, were like, "If he's not coming back, we're not coming back." And then they started their own show with Amazon, which is better because now they have fucking Matt LeBlanc.
What?
Yes.
Is he like a car guy?
Yeah, apparently he's
like cars?
Okay, here's the thing: he claims to be a car guy, but I think he has to be a car guy for the show.
Oh, he's contractually obligated car guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely. And so, no, they started their own show, and that's what I've been watching is the Grand Tour, and his signature. Jeremy Clarkson's signature ending, which always reminds me of how we do the ending here, is he always goes, "Well, on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end." So that's when it starts. Yeah,
that's such a that's great.
He does it in his British accent, you know. On that terrible disappointment, you'd like that show. It's just a bunch of British people, and they're kind of racist sometimes, but like it's in a funny way, so it's okay.
They catch a tiger by its toe kind of way.
Should we insert that, or is that too edgy? We don't say the N-word on this podcast. That's not endorsed.
I would hope not.
Imagine we just started.
Episode 35, the N-word.
The title is literally the N-word. Dude, in our English class the other day.
Oh my god.
In our English class the other day. Okay, so we had to read a Frederick Douglass. We're going off on a tangent to end this episode.
We're going down the rabbit hole.
On my English class.
Base channel.
So we had to read, it's American literature, and we had to read a snippet of a Frederick Douglass. I think it might be his autobiography.
He was base, by the way.
Yes, he was indeed.
Well, twas.
But, you know, he uses the N-word, obviously, just as like a cultural kind of thing.
And you had to read it aloud in the class.
So here's the thing. So my teacher... The way that those assignments work is we have to read the things on our own and then do annotations over it using the certain website, but they're not like horrible annotations like you'd be, or I guess you wouldn't because you didn't go to high school. But yeah, typically annotations are feared by any English student, but these aren't horrible.
They look dreadful.
Well, these are easy specifically because you can type, and that's awesome.
Wait. Are you telling me you couldn't?
No,
you couldn't type?
Paper. Every single thing was on paper.
Oh, holy fucking shit!
Typing is the greatest thing known to man, and I will never take advantage of it.
Maybe the internet is good.
Because the internet.
Because it's all because the internet.
It's all because of the internet. But anyways, so we had to do annotations, and you know we'll quote things in our annotations. And the day that it was due, we come back to class, and our teacher was talking to us. He was like, "Hey guys, I just want to get this out of the way." And I don't think he has like a super strong political stance or anything like that. He doesn't seem like he does. You know, he adheres to the rules. But he was talking about how he was like, "Look, we're not going to say the N-word in our quotes. We're not going to say it if we read out loud." And I was thinking, and I was like, did someone quote the N-word?
And you had to be like, we're not going to do any of this.
And I was like, holy shit, that means someone quoted the N-word in their annotation. And that class is full of white people.
I'm not very surprised.
The funniest thing is, there's this
We live in Texas.
That's true. But there's this dude in my class who, he dresses like Woody from Toy Story. And...
He had the motherfucking Spurs on.
Yes. And he sounds just like Tex from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And I'm here to do the devil's work.
Yes. And dude, just hearing him talk about Frederick Douglass is the funniest fucking thing to me. Because I'm just waiting for him to say, I'm waiting for him to slip up.
You know what? I like him. And I ain't like his kind either.
Dude, imagine.
I'm gonna say it.
He was like about to address him, and he starts with, oh.
Oh, it's like that one fucking, you know, the streamer N-word compilation.
Yes, exactly. Like Ninja.
When he's like, oh no, not ninja.
Yes. It's so
I'll
fucking funny.
put that in.
I'm waiting, dude. I'm gonna yes. I'm gonna start recording class so I can hear him slip up and expose him. But yeah,
Got him.
this has been the Misfortune Podcast.
You hold up your phone.
On that terrible disappointment, it's time to end.
It's time.
Thank
You
you
know,
all for watching.
Caden's got to be the one to round it up.
I'm the one who keeps you in check. I'm like, it's time. Hey, we're done.
We can't do this no more.
Oh, I just stole this dude's parking spot. I just swerved. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, especially this episode.
Yeah, this episode has
Hey, we dropped some bars on this episode though.
We did. I like how at the end of our episode we have like a compilation, like a retrospective of what we did in the past 2 hours. Like, yeah, in this episode we kind of
went hard this time.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for listening.
If we won't, who will?
Exactly. He's somewhere out there. I think I saw like a viewer that was from like Sweden or something.
Oh shit, PewDiePie watches us, guys.
Yes. No, didn't he live in Japan?
Probably a fucking weeb.
Maybe I'm lying. Yeah. Anime's for losers, guys. Music is the greatest medium.
Music is now my best friend.
Yes. Yeah, this has been the
Anyways,
Podcast.
This has been the fucking Misfortune Podcast. Back online, boys. Back online.
Yes, it's kind of comforting actually to do this from our own houses for once. Although I'm sure next episode we're gonna go back with the shitty mic quality and.
Dude, no, I'm fucking with the online format. I think we should stay with this for a little while.
For a little, yeah. It's almost tiring. It feels like when we do it live, it takes up like all day.
The energy.
Yes, and the next morning I'm just like I don't want.
I'm spent.
Yeah. So
you just hop on Fall Guys.
Yep, exactly. While you fucking sleep until 3.
Hey, whoa. I'm not gonna let that pass.
There was one morning where you woke up like at 9, and I was amazed. Which I don't think I've ever told you this, but I sleep fucking horrible at your house.
No, like, I'm aware that you do, sir.
I get the worst fucking sleep. Maybe
I'll come to your place next.
That's demon time. That's a demon time suggestion.
What? Either way, we gonna fuck. So.
Yeah, we planted the sleepover on the pod.
See you tomorrow night.
This has been the Misfortune Podcast. Thank you guys for listening.
I thought you said fuck you guys for listening.
Yeah, fuck you all. Go fuck
Should that be the new outro? Fuck you guys for listening.
Yes. Fuck you all. Fucking cunts.
He dropped it.
What else am I supposed to say? The N-word?
Okay. Okay, that's not the only alternative, first of all. Second of all, why is that considered such a bad word? I've never understood that.
Oh, shit,
what?
My people left me behind because British.
Because British?
Yeah.
Probably, actually.
But
what about twat?
That's not a curse word, I don't think. That's just
Is it not? Is that just like...
Well, how many Americans do you hear going around
atomically address a vagina in Britain?
Yes.
Your twat's looking a little...
Oh, well, probably in Britain. Well, that's like how...
Twat's going through dialysis.
No, that's like how...
A Billy Butcher on the surgeon's table.
No, that's like how Beyonce had to remove the word spaz from her latest album.
Oh yeah, because that's offensive.
That's like a slur in Britain.
Oh, is that a slur in Britain?
But it's fine here. Yeah.
Who cares about what's a slur in Britain?
That's what I was
man.
thinking. I was like, since when did Beyonce give a
Bro, Japan be dropping the N-word all the time, bro. They don't apologize for that shit.
True. Japan do be dropping.
They'll drop that shit mid-bar and not apologize whatsoever.
We'll go to fucking Japan. We'll be dropping. They'll call us all Yanks or something like that.
Like that fucking Psy quote where he's like, "Kill those fucking Yankees." No, that's a fake quote, I think.
Wait, who said it?
Psy?
That's amazing if so. Alright.
Big if true.
Big if true. Real.
I got it from my daddy.
We had to fucking end this episode. This has been the Misfortune Podcast.
Man, we just went off right there, man.
did.
That was like fucking Kendrick at the end of King's Dead right there, man.
No, Kendrick at the end of I.
Negus.
I was waiting for you to say. I didn't know if I could technically spell it out. If that's allowed.
No, because they did. Remember that video of like the kid at the spelling bee, and they tell him to spell that word, and he thinks it's the N word, so he's like concerned.
Oh yeah, but he said it's straight from Ethiopia. Is it Ethiopian?
Perhaps. I think it's okay to say, but I'm not gonna say it. Y'all ain't catching me today.
This has been the Misfortune Podcast.
This has been the Misfortune Podcast for the 45th fucking time. Fuck you guys for listening.
If you like this episode, go fuck yourself.
Let's bring Elm back. Jesus Christ, it's been a few episodes.
Has it? Oh yeah, because we had to do like insert openings.
Yeah. Let's bring it back.
We have to.
The end of the Misfortune Podcast.
Thank you.
I was thinking. Okay, wait. One more thing. I was thinking about it the other day. It was like, when we actually end the podcast, do we have to call it like
the end of the Misfortune Podcast?
No, the actual end of the Misfortune, the legit end of the Misfortune.
I was gonna call it the end of the Misfortune Podcast too. But yes,
it never ends.
Actual, or I was gonna name it like Death True Squared or something like that. But that's too neat.
Oh, it has to be 3.0 plus 1.0 related. Oh wait, no, that was the name of the 3.0 plus 1.0 episode, right?
Dude, we've used too much.
Shit.
We need more Evangelion content to make a name.
We've used so much bandwidth, frankly. We're ending this right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. This is the end.
Goodbye.
Fuck you guys for listening.
Wait, 3, 2, 1. Fuck you guys for listening.
Oh, okay.
That was off sync, but it's cool. See you guys next week.
Go fuck yourselves. Bye.
Go.